Welcome to Elite Encounters. I'd like to give a special welcome back to the Elite. Yes, that's you, our awesome subscribers and followers. We'd like you guys to take a look at our channel and check out the links there, as well as that awesome subscribe button. You are joining us for the Soul Severed campaign, set in the world of Iota Dree, and you may immerse yourself, you may ask questions, feel free, we'll have you in the chat. Previously on Soul Severed, the companions of the United Souls had made their way through the Molten Heart Forge, and besting the Guardian and the puzzle, they had rekindled the forge and therefore opening the portal to the elemental plane. They opened the portal to the elemental plane and found that they were in the fire expanse, one of the sections of the elemental plane that houses the elements of fire, as well as some metal, maybe some earth, things of that nature. It was a little hard for them to go through the portal, at least some of them, which is where we're going to start today. Barnabas had a lot of trouble stepping through, and it caused something else to happen for him. In that moment that you stepped through that fire, Barnabas, you felt the heat. Didn't burn you though, with the Guardian's gift. But as you stepped through, you suddenly began hearing children. The sounds of kids not wanting to settle down in a classroom. They're trying to take their seats and get all managed in. You hear the scooting of desks, and they laugh and carry on. And you find yourself at the head of the classroom, obviously needing to get them to take their seats and get all settled so that you can begin.
No, I don't want to. Children, please settle down, calm yourselves, take your seats. We have a very important demonstration of an exothermic reaction today. Please, as you can see, I have my glassware and everything all set up. I can't get started until everyone is sat down, though. Please take your seats.
With them quieting and hushing, you do catch one boy reach over and give a pinch to a girl, but with a little yelp, and with everybody quiet, everyone turns to look, but then they all turn their attention to you, waiting.
Right, so who here knows what happens when an exothermic reaction occurs? What is given off? Is it energy or heat or both? Who can say? No one? Well, perhaps you should watch this demonstration here. I'll start adjusting glassware and add a few reagents to one of the larger flasks, and then turn to grab a solution off of my desk behind me. And I think that's when I saw someone in the hallway. I stopped to give a glance and then turned back and said, once these two elements begin to mix, they will start combining and releasing energy, and it will release much more rapidly as more and more is added, to the point where well, just watch. And I started pouring the solution into the flask. There was a bubbling at first, and then smoke started billowing out of the flask, and then a jet of blue flame started coming out of the flask as heat was released.
They just eyes wide in wonder, some of the kids at the edge of their seat. very interested in watching one boy. Can we do that too? Is that what this stuff is here?
No, don't touch anything, please. Please just observe the reaction as it continues to take place, as more energy is released. And as it continues pouring, the flame gets bigger, smoke's billowing out. And then I turn to look out in the hallway.
You find that the person who'd caught your attention has actually stepped within the doorway, watching and listening, almost as intently as the children.
Mira, I'm glad you stopped by. I was meaning to ask you if you were attending this weekend's faculty picnic. I'd like to talk to you about that if you have a minute.
How many times do I need to tell you, Barnabas? It is Muriel.
Oh,
That's so informal and very, very human to shorten my name.
Sorry. It's quicker to say that way, and I like it, but fair enough. If you prefer Maraniel, that's what I'll call you, Maraniel. Are you attending the picnic, or and I walked over to stand in the doorway with her, and tried to convince her to maybe go to the picnic with me.
You can hear the kids were starting to chatter a little bit behind you, but you and this radiant figure from the doorway were speaking, and she was engaging and talking and smiling, and you were pretty sure you were making some headway that she might actually join you at the picnic. And it was just one of those things of some wonderful little moments. And then you heard glass shatter.
Oh, no.
And a child and a slight scream.
No, I turned around quickly and saw that the glassware had been knocked over, and the reagents had spilled out onto my desk, and now flames were licking across the top of the desk, igniting the papers and parchments in my schedule book. I didn't know what to do. I told you no, not to mess with that. And I went and started scrambling with the glassware, and in my fear, I think I only made matters worse. I don't remember. It was all
Desks scooting and more glass breaking and flames shooting across the desk onto the wooden floor even. It was such a dry day. It was such a hot day. And things were happening so quickly. And the liquids had spilled across the floor and toward the children's desks. You heard their scooting of chairs as they tried to move away, the door the opposite direction. There were so many flames. There were screams.
Just try to remain calm and remember our fire drills and oh God, and I'm still trying to put out the flames, and it's not doing any good. In my nervousness, I knock over another vial, and it just exacerbated the situation. Try the exits. Get to the exits. Mira.
You turn and you see that she's trying to use a desk to stop some of the flames, throwing it onto them and moving toward the children and shouting, "Children, this way, we'll make it out. Come, this way. Just get down under the smoke." And she's coughing in between talking. And she tries to hold part of her shirt over her face. And just cover your face. And you hear another child scream and roll around, and flames catching along their clothing.
No.
The flames start climbing up the walls even. You see one child even laying motionless. Flames already dancing along the back. The screams are almost deafening as the roar of the fire kicks up and is just burning into your ears, as well as you feel it starting burning on your flesh. You realize part of your shirt even was on fire.
And I remember panicking, and I left. My cowardice, my selfishness, I ran. I didn't do everything I could to try and save them, to try and stop it. I just ran.
Through a window. Busting through a window, your only exit. You couldn't even get to the door at that point. Receiving some cuts, still feeling flames on yourself. Busting through the window, rolling across the ground. And by the time you get the flames out on yourself, you turned and looked back, and the roof caved in over the school. Flames bursting up over everything. The screams dying away.
It dawned on me at that moment what was happening in that building. Who was dying. And I knew that no one here would forgive me or even want to be in my presence. So I took whatever I had on me and ran. I just ran. And I don't want to remember this. Why am I remembering this?
You ran right into something. That's when I would like everyone else to come back to the table. You feel a collision as Barnabas rushes through the portal and right into you, Sunshine. You had your arms out to help him, and he had his head covered, and he just right into your arms, essentially.
That was my intention.
He might have been muttering something, not sure. He might have been yelling.
Oh, I told you. Get out. Everybody needs to get out. Just stay calm.
You run into something soft.
I think at that moment I realized that what I was just experiencing was a memory, reliving something I never wanted to really think of again. And when I realized I was with Sunshine and my other companions, I just hung my head and didn't want to look anybody in the eye at that moment.
It's okay, you really couldn't, because Sunshine's just rubbing the back of your head and hugging you.
Well,
It's okay, Barnabas.
we have to get out of here. Everyone's gonna die. What? I can't be here. I can't be here.
There's a glow behind you where the portal is a slight blue and purplish tint. Kind of dances in a circle. It does not look like the flames that you stepped through. And then before you, there's the mouth of a cave, essentially, and darkened rocks. You see, as I said at the end of last episode, was you saw purples and blues, yellows, reds, all the colors of fire swaying, but it's grass. It's plant life. It looks as if you're looking out over a vibrant field, even some flowers, trees in the distance, but it's not on fire, merely the colors of it.
Barnabas, I promise you, it is not what you think. There's flowers, grass, there's blue, yellows, reds.
I
It's not
remember
on fire.
slowly lifting my head and taking in where we were, and still shaking with the memory of something I want to forget, but I dream about all the time. I live with all the time. And I just kind of adjusted my bandolier on my side, or across my chest, and steeled myself to carry on, and I didn't say another word.
You don't see any roads ahead of you all. You didn't see any markers to indicate any kind of direction until you look off and a little to the left of the portal entrance, and you see what can only be described as a mountain of a tree way in the distance. It reached up and seemed to go beyond the sky. The side of it that you can see covered in the same coloration that you see around the entirety of you. A very fiery tone, dark blackened on the actual trunk of the tree. And at this distance, you're not quite sure how massive it is. Anyone who has any kind of lore about the plains, or I would even take occultism or arcana, may give me a roll.
I have a 25.
Okay.
I think I was too much in my own head to even bother worrying about my surroundings. I may have mumbled to Sunshine, but what are we even doing here? Why are we here?
We're here for the crystal. We
Right,
have to go to
right,
the tree.
right.
Esteban, would you like a arcana or occultism roll? Go ahead and give me a roll. With a 25, you said arcana or occultism over there, Sunshine?
Arcana. But I
Okay.
can give you occultism too.
With a 25 arcana, you know that the main four elements, earth, air, fire, and water, are all within the same plane of existence. And that this being it, it's almost as if you thought of it as half of a hemisphere, and then it's cut into three, with the air being everything above you, and the fire expanse being 1/3 of this pie, which is where you're at now, and the tree being the very, very center. It touches all three, well, all four elements. Though you will find other elements within the fire elemental side of this. Maybe some metal, possibly wood. The other elements that are not the core four. But you're quite a distance from your destination.
Yeah.
With that 25, you also do know that there are cities, there are civilizations here. And if you have to travel too long, you might want to find some of those. Esteban, did you give me a roll?
Yes. Sorry, I took the opportunity to take very spirited elemental upon her offer. Excuse me. What?
Your Arcana or Occultism roll?
Oh, yeah.
Or your Bardic lore, whichever one you would like.
Occultism and Bardic are equally strong.
Okay.
22. You pick the flavor.
With the 22, you've definitely heard of the Fire Expanse. You know that this is,
Yeah, I have.
again, one of the 4 areas of the elemental plane. And you have definitely heard stories of things within this plane that are wondrous and such. But you've heard very much about the city of Ash and Ember. It's a metropolis closer to the tree that has trade and magical items and is governed over by an Ifrit overlord. But all visitors are welcome. Might be worth your while to stop there on you guys' way.
What I remember saying in her voice, you know.
All
Yeah.
right.
It's about how far? Days travel.
Looking at the tree and looking at where you're at, you could give me a survival to try to figure that out.
I have no reference, but okay. Pretty good. All right. 28.
28. You absolutely can tell that you guys are at least a week on foot away from that tree.
Yeah. We're about a week walking uphill, not in the snow.
But there are villages along the path, I'm sure. It is.
Yeah. There's, we should move that way and head towards the major metropolis of Ash Cinder. We should go there.
Wait, are you saying we have to be here for a week?
I mean, unless you have a faster way of travel. We can,
Like to travel back out that portal there.
Well, technically 2 weeks if we're coming back the same way.
Thanks for the one time you're logical. And it sucks.
So 7 to 14 business days
Right.
and weekends,
You're not
unfortunately.
helping.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Just be realistic.
But it's not that bad here. Look.
And Zara's happy.
She is bouncing among the grass, pouncing on something or another, just having a good time, living her best life at the moment. She's definitely roaming around about 30 feet away.
So far, I'm not burning. And I took a moment to go over to one of the grasses that you like, a crop or I don't know what you call it, a bunch of grass sticking out of the ground, but one of those things.
Weeds.
And just study it for a moment, and then after a bit, ran my fingers over the top of it. If we must carry on through here, then let's not dally about it. Let's get it done as soon as possible, please.
Are you okay?
No. I'm very uncomfortable.
Do you need a hug?
No. That would make me more uncomfortable.
Well,
I already pushed that boundary.
well, you know, if we do a group hug, then you'd be super uncomfortable. And then when you get back to where you are now, then you would be normal, uncomfortable. Then everything would be better.
No, that's like throwing a child in the deep end. Let's just move, please. I'll be fine.
Okay.
I appreciate the sentiment. I do. I know it's coming from a place of friendship, but
I just okay.
thank you. I'll just start walking.
Do you, yeah, I'm just gonna follow him.
All right.
I mean, we're heading towards the tree.
It's a pretty clear marker.
Kind of in the middle of everything.
To be fair, I don't actually want to lead the expedition, so I start slowing my gait so that B-Rock actually gets ahead of me.
Doesn't imagine it doesn't take very long.
No, probably not.
What's your movement speed?
That's 30.
No, I'm 35. Okay.
I mean, you could slow down.
It takes him a moment, and then he realizes that he's in front of everyone. It's like,
You know, we'd get out of here faster if you guys knew how to run, or just walk fast.
You guys start making your way. You can see some mountains in the distance, and this tree dwarfs them. It's almost as if you thought of a pillar that would hold up the sky. It goes out of sight. It is enormous. It is massive. You cannot see the top. It's ever present in the distance. The sun seems to be normal, almost like the material plane. However, the sky itself has a slightly light purplish hint to it instead of blue. The clouds themselves stay pink and yellow, some orange here and there.
So do we know where this thing is we're looking for?
in the middle of the tree.
So, what's the plan to get one? What's the plan to get it? We just chopping this tree down? Are we
Oh no,
asking somebody to give it to us? Are we fighting something?
we don't know.
Great.
We gotta get there first to see what's there.
And what is it exactly we're looking for?
It's a crystal.
Okay.
What does this crystal look like? How big is it? Will we know it when we see it? Is it something that Avery, can you sense it?
You got like crystal sense?
Well, I have a sense for the,
Artifacts.
yeah. I'm not sure if the crystal would be part of that, but I could try. It will take me a few minutes, though, to relax myself enough. So I'll just step aside and kind of just meditate before.
Find an ashy looking rock to sit on.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead and roll.
And it's for Arcana, right?
I'll take Arcana.
Okay.
I'm looking for the glistening sun sphere.
23.
With a 23, you can definitely, you sit down and you focus and you think of the glistening sun sphere, and unlike before where it felt it was in a direction but distant, you definitely feel that direction. You feel that pull toward the tree. And it's not moving. So you've got a beat on it. It's a ways away, though.
So I stand back up and I come back over and I just say, well, we're going in the right direction. It's definitely leading us straight ahead, but it's definitely going to take, obviously, some time to get there. But it's for sure this way.
All right, I mean, let's go.
Alright, so you guys continue on. You start moving through this field. You can see some trees in the distance, nice fiery tones. You see that their trunks are blackened. Some of them might be like an ashy gray color, almost as if you'd go up and touch them and they might just crumble. But as you get closer, you can see it's definitely not a dead forest. It's not an autumn forest, but it's very vibrantly alive, and that is just coloration. You definitely see mostly reds and oranges and yellows and golds, but some blue here and there, some purple. And you do see some wildlife. You'll see birds overhead, or what you assume might be birds. And they're high up. And as you get close to the forest, you can see some creatures that almost look like deer. Azara goes darting off toward them. They're gone way before she gets anywhere close, but she went darting off, and as she gets a few steps into the tree, she stops and looks back and then looks toward the trees and kind of slumps a little, but then comes trotting back over. Again, rolling through grass. Might even munch on a little bit of it here and there. Trying it and then sticking her tongue out of her mouth and just frolicking along beside you all. Your path leads you into this forest. Doesn't seem very dark and foreboding like you would think it might. It's actually quite lit up, quite vibrant. You do find that instead of finding a pool of water, you find pools of magma. At the edges, there are flames licking up some of the vegetation. You find a few plants that seem to actually be on fire themselves. All these things very alien and odd. You do realize you are definitely warm, almost uncomfortably so, while you're here. But you guys do continue on, finding no hint of civilization over the course of the day. Having been up and traveled into the Molten Heart Forge and such beforehand, some of you dealing with Incanati's Day even, you find you're at the edge of the other side of this forest when it's quite... I have no idea what that is. You find that you're quite exhausted by then and ready for some sleep.
Sunshine, it's one hell of a bird.
Slightly concerned.
Yeah. That's
Probably a
pretty good
fire
bird.
jet popping up off in the distance, you see. Because as you come out the other side of the forest, and you do see some more of the grass and some vegetation, but there's also more of a rock expanse. You see some, not quite mountains, but cliffs up ahead. You can see lava flows coming off of them like gorgeous waterfalls of orange and yellow. I take it you guys make camp for the evening?
Yeah.
Do we feel like it's that time of day? Are we tired?
Oh, yes. After walking as long as you have, and after having gone through everything with the forge and such, it was definitely time to get some rest. Traveled for many hours.
Wow.
That was horrible.
So I don't know how much. I I mean, I don't carry a week's worth of rations on me. Like, and I don't. We gotta find somewhere, right? Like, there's gotta be a place between here and this big ass tree.
Yeah,
I mean,
imagine so.
B-Rock. You do know that we can hunt.
yeah, but do you eat fire animals?
I do now.
Because where I come from, the animals that we eat aren't on fire unless I put them on fire.
Well, have you actually seen one of these animals on fire? I've seen vegetation. I have not seen animals on fire.
I mean,
Listen, I'm slightly worried for
I just
Azara
point
now
at,
if we're
I
talking
just
about
point
eating
at
animals.
Azara. Yes.
We're not gonna eat Azara,
Well, that's an animal on fire.
but she's not on fire all the time.
Well, if things come to it and we're in extreme survival mode, there may come a time that we do have to eat Azara.
Excuse me?
Just saying.
Uh,
It only makes sense that she would
I'm
be
pretty
first.
sure when they started talking about eating Azara, I started to look around for forageable items in the woods.
Roll me
Everything
a
is-
stealth for Azara, please.
I mean, we did see deer. Surely they're subsisting on something. Surely we
Right.
should be able to subsist on something here as well.
Everything
I do have
is-
lore or herbalism.
I mean, I have warfare. I can tell you if you chop that thing's head off, it's not going to move anymore.
I'm not
Could,
looking at animals. I'm looking at other things.
Right.
That
What
is
did you
the
get there,
loudest
Sunshine?
paper I've ever heard.
25.
Terribly sorry for that.
Crunch, crunch, paper.
25.
25. Okay.
Rolled a 17 for Azara.
Okay.
She's going to bite somebody.
Rolled, or that's the total?
Don't know what her stuff would be.
Oh, okay. Have to look. Oh, no, you're good. Okay.
Wait, never mind, I found it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty up there.
When Sunshine mentioned finding something forageable, I started looking around at the grasses and things, and I'll try to use my survival skills to try and find something to subsist on.
Okay.
That is the loudest
That's
scream wiper I've
that's
ever
the
heard.
loudest
We have
wipe I've ever
a
heard in my
competition.
life.
It's not ASMR time.
Right.
I'm gonna start breaking the microphone by talking to it and going. Don't look at me that way.
Yes.
Or, you know,
We have guests.
or giving,
we do-
giving us the feedback by
We do
putting
have
it right
we do
by
have
you.
guests. We got rated by a group.
Oh, well, hello.
It didn't show up in my chat, but it showed up in Jenny's.
Yes, we have guests, so be on your best behavior.
Oh, yeah.
as
Never.
I will. Right, this is our
Oh.
best behavior.
Do behave.
Oh.
Is it too soon for
Antics.
antics or jokes and?
Well, I don't know.
I mean-
you guys already started those before we even hit stream.
Yeah.
So,
Like, I'm the bard, and I don't even have to do anything now. You guys are just there. Like, hello, I'm here. I'm going to go have a nap.
Hey, look, that's how you know you're an efficient bard, because your influence has spread to us now to the point where you don't have to work anymore.
No, I just work behind the scenes.
Yeah, I collect the tickets.
That's why.
Or underneath
That's
the
a bard's
sheets.
dream. Is never
I
to have
agree,
to work
Laura.
again.
I agree.
So, by the way,
Oh, that's
If-
true. We're taking active applications for the adult in the room.
yes.
So
Yeah.
if you are a raider and you are want to apply for the adult in the room, please submit below.
It doesn't pay well.
Yeah,
You have a good time though.
it does not have therapy either.
Yeah.
What did you
No
get on
benefits.
your foraging there?
So I spent some time looking around. I got a 25 on my survival to
Okay.
try and find something edible in this wasteland.
Both you
Wasteland.
and it's very vibrant wasteland. Both you and Sunshine,
It's a wasteland.
looking separately, even you both find a few things. Sunshine, you find some fruit that looks very delicious, and with your knowledge of the elemental plane, plus that ability to forage, you find this fruit that's actually quite edible. And with your knowledge of how things work alchemically and breaking them open, maybe I don't know if you maybe have something that can kind of test for acidity and things like that, but you find some kind of tuber. You actually see it partially sticking out of the ground, and you're able to pull it out. It's a very dark brown potato looking thing,
That's
but
just a potato.
it kind of smells like a potato, maybe a little like a carrot too. It's kind of hard to place the scent
What is this?
as
The
you break
beet?
one open and you're kind of testing on it.
Is this like a beet where it's purple, but it, tastes like a corn, like a
Not
corn
quite.
husk?
Esteban, did you just have a stroke, buddy?
Yes.
I don't know what you just typed in the chat there, but was that your application to be an adult? Because we're going to auto-reject that.
Yeah.
When do beets taste like corn husks, number one? And number two, when do you eat corn husks? What?
These are critical questions that we need answers to.
Well,
Like, will your beets expire?
no. Whenever you,
He's got the beats.
yeah, yes, whenever you cook a beet and you bake it in the oven,
What's an oven?
you know what an oven is. It's the thing that your mom makes biscuits in.
Yes.
I have a wood-fired furnace thing, right?
Yeah, it's called an oven.
Yeah, it works. That works. Okay, so baked beet. Anyway, I found a potato.
Yeah,
Look at
essentially, yeah.
this yummy potato looking thing.
Do you
You can
boil
cook
them,
it, you know that.
mash them, stick them in a stew?
You could.
Think of it this way. What kind of rare alchemical thing that you can't get on the material is here?
Potato.
I've already been, yes, essence of potato, and I've already been looking. I've already, while Azara was meditating, trying to find the spear, I did spend some
That's
time.
Avery.
I
Whatever,
like it.
potato.
Jake's lava
See,
potato.
you're planning on eating her, and I'm
I've
not
got
okay
meat
with
on the
this.
mind, okay?
Look,
I'm hungry.
I mean, she seems to have disappeared.
Really, Barnabas.
just because they
Phrasing.
they
I
they
pull out
both
my
may have
gun.
blue.
You don't have one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not even this game.
I pull out my dagger.
At least I have the campaign right. I'm in the right
I can
campaign.
still throw a dagger, okay?
Okay.
Well, this has devolved greatly.
That's gamist.
Oops. See,
Started off so
again, they
good.
need an adult. We're taking applications, chat room.
I have been told I cannot adult.
No, we seen what you typed into the chat.
I don't even where.
Scroll up.
Scroll up.
Oh, that was probably when I was cleaning the screen.
Probably, but it's just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm pretty sure that's some kind of effect.
Yeah, maybe. So you guys reconverge with fruit and a vegetable. There's definitely edible things here.
Like
Trust
it's
me, it'll taste delicious. As long as you like fruit.
I love fruit.
Have that.
I eat it.
is everything spicy?
It's very sweet, but it actually, get out of my brain, it actually does have a little bit of a kick, like a little spice to it.
I'm moving to
nice.
this plane.
I got some spicy fruity gummies you need to try then. They're so good. They're like gummy bears, but with a kick.
So
Oh, they're so good.
They're not edibles.
No, not edible.
That's not illegal in this
Not edibles.
province.
No.
are we camping here? Are we staying?
We can.
What are you from, Brooklyn?
What?
There seems to be enough material to subsist on, at least for the night, for those of us who don't have rations. I might have a couple days worth, but yeah, I think we can manage here. I don't know if I want to sleep out in the wild, though.
Right.
I get it. That's my cue. I got it.
I was just beating around the bush. Like, I didn't want to volunteer that for you in case you were out of the ability
Look.
to cast it. But if
get-
you don't mind,
Make a house.
That would
Make
be
a house.
great.
I
Give-
make a house. I cast cozy cabin. I do want you to realize that as this cabin, this wooden cabin is coming into existence on the fire plane. This is a wood cabin, just so you're aware.
Oh, it manifests as wood?
Yes.
Give me
Oh.
give me a perception there, Sunshine.
Here, I'll just go ahead and get that ready. Here we go. We'll go right back to the fire.
I super don't like where this is going.
My God,
22.
that cabin is
Okay.
awful warm.
I start
With
going,
the 22, you don't just drop it right where you guys are and
Well,
possibly
yes.
catch it on fire. You definitely spot a location and are able to walk over to it and then place the cabin. So you are pretty sure, you're hoping that this isn't going to catch on fire.
Would you rather a survival rather than a perception?
I mean, you
I'd rather not die.
cast it out. How long does that take to cast? Does it have a casting time?
1 minute.
Okay. So yeah, you're over there and you begin casting, and you can give me a survival to see if you think it's gonna go up in flames once it's there for a few.
25.
No, you're pretty sure it'll be fine. It's gonna get warm, but it may not. It should not.
It's
Pretty
gonna smell like.
It'll be
warm
like
wood.
a hot summer's night.
Like, never mind.
Just
By the way,
Somebody go
speaking
to
of hot
bed.
summer's night, what was her name?
She didn't give it.
ha ha.
You better. By the way, just to make it clear, I used that in the interlude when he was doing the thing.
You literally had the portal right behind you while all that was going on.
Okay, let's walk through the portal. And we,
Okay, I was about to say you were gonna use that with the portal right there.
I mean, I'm thinking ahead because she'll
Okay.
probably forget who I am. I'll be like, look, in the days of I'll just appear and you'll be like, who the hell are you? And there'll be a fight. And, you know, just don't freak out. Here's a note.
Here's a note.
Here's a note. Remember this man. Draw yourself on there.
It'll just be blurred out. This is the worst fucking curse ever.
So, you guys
Why don't I rub it?
begin settling
blast the
down,
clock.
cooking your spicy lava potato,
Everything.
having
is
some
spicy.
fruit. And as you guys are getting food ready and doing all that, you hear on the cabin, the door.
I go over to the door.
Wait.
You open the door.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Zara, and she's got something dead in her mouth. She's been gone about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. It's about half her size.
I look what the cat drug in.
She does drag it in, drags it in, and just kind of goes. Sits there looking proud of herself.
Hey, Slayer Case wants to see the hype train, and he's brought all of his little buddies.
Hi, Slayer Case. Hi, train.
Thanks for the bits. Thanks for the raid.
All right.
I do want to point out that Evil snuck in there with a reroll for me too. So
Did he really?
just want to call that out before it gets lost in them.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah, keep track of those. Those are good.
Certainly
you know,
does.
evil.
It was valuable last session.
It certainly did.
You
Evil
can
likes
only
you.
have one going at a time, guys. So yeah, they're definitely worth it and valuable to keep.
And if you are not following the channel and you jumped in, hit that follow button.
Absolutely,
Helps us
guys.
out a ton. And Mr. Case will, if you're streaming when we are finished, we'll jump over and come say hello.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Unless Mr. Case
that.
is your father.
I'm not sure what that's about. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
My daddy's a kind of con.
Okay. I'm going to take the animal that Azara has brought in and prepare it.
Okay. It seems to be some kind of big rabbit type thing.
Works for me.
Laura.
Quite sure.
24. Slicing and dicing.
Look at you go, Laura.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I'm not doing it this time.
We have a level 2 train. It's got 2 cars.
When this rabbit gets brought, or this rabbit-looking creature gets brought in, who knows how to cook this?
You and I are the cooks, Barnabas.
But have you ever cooked anything like this?
Yes. Look. There's.
Science?
You must cook it to an internal temperature of not bleeding, and then turn it.
That's a good rule of thumb. Yeah.
If it's brown.
Oh, seer. I see what you did there.
What? I had to join in.
3 level choo-choo train.
Well,
Don't make me do
I
it.
suppose I could combine survival.
It's going to make you do it.
figure this creature out, like how to, to dress it out, and then more cooking to get it prepped.
Sunshine.
Woo! Hype train. 100%, guys.
Your turn.
My turn.
Keep going.
You're like, you pay for all this.
We'll take pictures, show equipment.
All right. So yeah, give me your cooking or your survival, whichever one.
Well, survival just to figure out how to dress it out. If it's anything abnormal that's not like a normal rabbit.
Can I aid?
If it is, then I'll just go straight to cooking, and then for that, I roll a natural 1.
Oh my.
That's okay, Barnabas. I was already dressing it.
She's like, look, you gotta take the skin. Stop! You gotta take the skin off first.
Oh,
Barnabas,
right.
stop it!
Okay.
He's just like, to the fire, right? To the fire.
I like. It's still got fur on it.
Yeah.
I like some cracklings on mine.
Eee. Ooh. It's like when you go to that.
What the hell is that
Hey,
smell?
Barnabas.
You go to that Silver's place, and you get those little crispies on your chicken.
You know that look you get when you're in your mom's kitchen and you shouldn't be?
With your hand caught in the cookie jar.
Yeah, I know what it looks like.
I'm gonna go.
The fire comes on.
I'm gonna go look for reagents or something.
he's like, don't mind me. Excuse me.
Don't eat anything while you're out there, apparently.
Shit, right?
It'll ruin your dinner.
So I'll spend some downtime recovering versatile vials.
Okay.
I need like a guitar that's like half the size.
That's your ukulele.
So they
You get a
make
hard noggin, Avery.
shallow
and
back
she
guitars,
follows
which
him out
are
the door.
a very shallow, rounded
You
back.
get a hard noggin
So
on
it's
the
not
leg,
quite
and
so
then she
square.
follows
So they're
Barnabas
really
out
like
the door, trailing behind him
thin.
about 10, 20 feet as he looks for his reagents.
I.e., I'm
Or
gonna
I
go
could,
protect the fire
learn to play the
elemental
guitar.
noob.
I don't know how to play this either.
She's not hiding from you, Barnabas, and you do notice that you've got a tail of a Zara following you about 20 feet back, and as you go looking for reagents.
Is she doing the Cheshire Cat thing, or just her tail?
No, she just kind of. She's walking along. If he looks at her, she just kind of sits down.
One viewer away from 30.
Oh,
Every so often, I am
call your buddies. Get him in here.
constantly looking over my
They're all
shoulder.
here.
I know.
All my friends are here and online.
Yay!
I need more friends.
Don't we all?
You're a bard. Why haven't you done it?
Because they all forget him after 24 hours.
That's right.
It makes dating
Hey, 32.
All right. This is
Yay!
Excellent.
All right, guys. Look at that.
So we cook our.
You guys cook up your fiery rabbit, and again, everything does have that little bit of spice to it. There's a little bit of hotness, a little bit of that. Whew, I need a little bit of water after eating just about anything, it seems here. And Esteban is loving it. But you guys find that
Tastes like mom's cooking.
you know, it's not too bad. It's gamey,
That's because it wasn't made right.
but what'd you say?
It wasn't made right. We didn't have time to let it hang and
Yeah. You could just
Okay.
immediately do it.
I take my pack off and I throw my bedroll out. I'll take. I mean, do we have to? I mean, I suppose we should probably take watch, right?
We are in the wild.
Oh, I'll take first watch.
Okay.
All right. You guys doing what? 3 watches and taking turns?
Yeah, 2, 2, and 2, right?
Yep.
I'm sure Squirrel happy to jump in wherever needed.
Okay. Well, 2, 2, and 3 then, because we do have Avery and Azara, whichever one's which. Apparently, I don't know.
Well, Avery and I only have to rest for 4 hours, so
Oh,
Avery's
we kind of split the.
Avery's the girl. Azara's the thing that makes
I
fire.
know. I'm absent.
How do you
So
know
it's-
that Avery doesn't make fire too?
It's really like
I mean, I could.
2, 2.5-ish, 4, 4, like for watch.
Prove it.
All right. So who's on watch with B-Rock?
And that's me.
Not you. Okay.
I think I will this time.
He said,
Okay.
"Not me."
Go ahead and give me perception, you two.
Oh crap! That's right. I can't leave the cabin.
Yeah. So it's still 2, 2, and 2 because you know Avery and Azara.
I would like to have a private conversation with you, Sunshine, at some point.
26.
Okay.
Okay.
I have 23.
All right.
Would you like to take watch with me?
From the inside of the cabin, sure.
Okay.
Looks good. Looks good.
What do you?
Hey, there's a window,
There's
and I
one
can look
window.
out the door.
You guys
We should put a hole in the
start
top.
into it. You start seeing that after you've had dinner, it does start to darken a bit, and the glow of this place really seems to pop as night starts to fall. You do catch view of a few creatures here and there. Seems like mostly wildlife, animals and such, but you don't quite see anything crazy. Nothing seems threatening. Most things just as would be on the material plane, more curious or afraid to come near you than anything. So you guys get through your watch without any issue. I would think that Squirrel would probably jump in on the second watch with Esteban and Sunshine. That way somebody's actually outside. Taking his normal spot on top of this little hut. And so you guys can come in and you'll get your rest. And Esteban and Sunshine can have their conversation.
Right in front of them.
Do you want me to have everybody leave the table?
No, it's fine. I'm just
Okay.
playing. I'm just Esteban.
We are
and
going
you.
to sleep inside.
Yeah. So, I'm curious if there are any drawbacks to relations with elementals. Look, she's processing.
And this just kind of looks up and goes,
I
birthday.
mean, if it gets too hot, you might need a soothing salve.
No, that was fine.
Ah, okay, fine. I'll do a medicine roll.
Oh boy. It says on page 342 you have to physically examine your subject to do the medicine roll, so I'm just saying. You gotta look. It's in the rules.
Pathfinder MD says.
Knowledge. I only got a 19.
Stop being a rules lawyer.
That's his job.
For once.
For twice.
For twice.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
It's okay. I can still. I will take a clinical look at Esteban.
Sorry.
Okay. He seems perfectly healthy.
That's when Barnabas and I walk in the door. What the hell's going on in here?
One leg up on the barrel. Doing the captain.
It triggers my PTSD again, seeing the burns on them.
There are no burns.
I mean, he does seem perfectly healthy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're fine.
Alright,
I mean, just always use precautions.
What the hell is
I'm
going
part
I
fire
take
elemental.
Take an action to avert my gaze.
Maybe this curse isn't such a bad idea.
What the hell's going on in here?
Oh,
I would if they. I need to science this.
You need to process that you may have accidentally knocked up a fire elemental. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm elf, but human and fire elemental mixes do exist. I am a Freet and Sun Elf.
I don't think I'm ready for this level of responsibility.
Don't worry, she'll forget you.
No problem then.
wow.
I,
Cold. Wow.
But other than that, you're fully healthy and raring to go.
I almost jumped in on those jokes
I'm
just
go-
now.
I'm scurrying over to my bedroll. Yeah, second watch. The fuck's going on? Good night. Fucking weirdos.
Perception check.
Yes.
Yes, I am a fucking weirdo.
For our watch or for
I think you're right. I think you're right, Laura. They do. Absolutely. 100%. They definitely need horny gel.
so does the seer.
Hey, you know what? I've never denied that. I'll just break out.
There's no more jail.
That's why we're here.
Wimbity bimbity.
Anyways.
19.
19. Okay. Just like the first watch, there's not a lot seems to be going on. You do see, again, a few creatures. As the sky has darkened to the deep black behind these wisps of clouds that you see in the sky. It almost looks like a material plain night sky, except for the stars are different. There's so many colors up there. Now that they've been able to come out. Pardon me. One thing you do notice, you can see all 3 moons. You do see all 3 of the moons that you would see on the material plane, and they've fully risen. They're in different phases, as they tend to be. There's only a few times of the year that some of them are in sync.
Mm-hmm.
But no other issues. You see creatures, and that's it.
No, creepy, blood-sucking.
Hey.
No, she doesn't seem to come out of the woods.
And good.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So third watch is going to be Avery and Azara.
And Sunshine.
Well, Sunshine's inside. She can't really do much. But
Well, I can stare out the front of the door and the
You can.
window, and I got a 31.
okay.
You're I don't know.
I'm very perceptive from my
Window.
stoop.
You're a lazy boy.
Yes, I'm on one.
Go ahead and
Crocheting.
give me your perception, and
There's nothing wrong with
I'll
crocheting.
get Azara here. Go ahead and roll your perception, Avery.
22.
Okay.
What was that noise?
All right.
Oh, whatever.
Pretty much
Ah,
the same as
damn
the
it,
other
that's count.
watches. Again, just the life around this plane, and Sunshine. The difference for you is you're peering out the door and out the window alternately, and at one point you're peering out the window and you see this, it almost seems like a dancing flame off in the distance through the trees. small, and it darts behind a tree at one point, and then it pops back out. And with that 31, you can hear this sound. It's not unpleasant. It's almost a chime or a musical note, and it's very distant. Not quite that, but it's almost a primal music. And with that, you guys do start to see the sun begin to come up, and you guys have finished your first night in the elemental plane. You
Achievement
get up
unlocked.
and start having some breakfast.
Yay! The cabin didn't burn down.
It didn't. The walls are quite warm. It is definitely like a hot summer night.
Told ya.
You've suffered no ill effects, though, from the heat. Alright, so next morning I take it you guys get up and start moving along again after some good breakfast and such.
Of course. Leftover fire rabbit and potato. Lava potato.
Okay.
Sure.
Look, we have leftovers because we don't have turby.
Hair and square.
Hair.
Alright. So you guys eat, get moving, and you're moving into more of a rocky terrain. Again, you've got kind of cliffs up ahead with the molten lava flows and such. And not a lot of vegetation out here. There's a few things here and there. Almost look mushroom and such, but not quite. And I would like a perception from everyone as you guys get a little distance from the forest. How does that keep happening?
I kick in my super bionic eyes for a 29.
That's got to be something on your machine there.
What?
When I roll initiative, I'm going to go ahead and shoot because I'm that soldier class from Starfinder.
Just lay down a suppressive
Yeah.
fire.
Probably. Yeah, it's probably a hotkey.
Hmm.
I don't know. Was that Blizzard app that turned on? My
All right.
video game music.
Sorry, what was the perceptions we got?
31.
31, again.
29. That was
29.
the actual number, not the
B-Rock,
object.
Adrian?
I have a 30.
30.
32.
32. And Esteban?
It's terrible.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. The hell is it?
It's terrible, apparently. You all, so far, everyone is
20.
definitely noticing. Even with a 20, I believe you can notice.
I mean, you're the seer.
Yeah, I know I'm the seer. I'm just checking. Why is not also- Nope, there it is. Oh. No, that isn't. Where are you at? Oh, there you are. Okay. With the 20, can you see it too? Yes, you can.
Yay.
Barely. But you see, it almost seems like again, like a little ball of fire came out from the trees. It kind of moves along a little ways and ducks behind a rock. But it's tiny.
Like a will-o-wisp type thing.
Yeah, almost. It just kind of moves around back and forth, and as it moves, you hear these sounds. You make a sound back at it, and you hear it chime back at you again.
Don't talk to it. What are you doing?
Barnabas.
It pops right out from behind the rock and comes much closer. Just tiny little fireball about this big. As it gets close, you can see a little face within the fire.
Space.
And it has
The final frontier.
fire doesn't go up like this. It trails behind it, almost like a little tail. And it comes over and comes within about 30 feet of you, definitely looking at you, Esteban. It kind of bobs a little and repeats whatever you play.
It's like you could say window, 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 bacon. What else could you say?
Oh, there's two
For those of
things out
you
two?
that do
What's
not
going
know Overwatch, bacon is always going to be a thing. Always.
Yes. If you have bacon, share it, please. If you don't have bacon, I like bacon.
Bacon is good.
Turkey bacon is okay.
Sharing your bacon is code for follow the channel.
Absolutely.
That's right.
I need to share the bacon.
Go over to Patreon and check us out there too.
on? Yes.
We need money. We're poor.
I guess that's, I mean, sharing the bacon, right? That's
Is, subtlety is not our bard's strong suit.
Look,
Not at all.
I don't have time for this. I'm like, look,
hey,
you know, and I know we need to do the thing.
No
So let's
one-
just do the thing.
no one starts adventuring and makes money right off the bat, okay? Level 7's rough, okay?
Oh, on page 426, the wealth by level.
If you go to page 426 and you see your adventuring gear and how much money you start with, you actually have.
Is it actually page 426?
No, I don't think so. I'm
If
just
he,
making up
I
numbers.
say if he ever was, oh boy,
I mean, you don't do that because I'll believe you.
he's gonna
It
get a
does
he's gonna
creep
get a book
closer.
and look at page 426.
It's like, and
It does creep closer, and as it comes within 30 feet of you, you
Here we go.
feel inspired. You feel almost as if it's chiming and little dances it's doing in the air is giving you some inspiration, like what you would give to others.
it's just
If anyone is within a few feet of Esteban, as it comes within 30 feet of you, you also feel this.
How
Okay.
how
It's
how big is this
inspiring.
thing?
It's tiny,
it's like a tennis
itty
ball.
bitty.
Is
It's
it?
about this big,
It's a baby.
and I mean, with its little tail, it's probably about like that.
Can I
It's
put it-
tail of fire.
What is it?
Put it in
No.
a mason jar.
That would be recall knowledge, either elemental. I'll take Arcana,
I'll call it-
Arcana?
nature.
Not so great on the Arcana. I got a 14.
14 will do it.
Tinker chime.
Whoa.
This guy.
You got a natural 20. Oh, look at you go! Natural
That's
20.
your cord of victory.
Cord of victory.
We'll work on that.
All right. Is anybody else rolling a knowledge, nature, or Arcana?
Oh, I have nature. Shit, the bed.
Yeah, this
I
is
rolled a 1. That's a tinker chime.
It is. Apparently, that is a tinker chime. You
Hey,
figured it out.
That's a tinker chime. You're gonna put it in the jar, shake it up real good, and it's gonna make out little tinker chimes.
And it'll make other ones. That's how you make more, huh?
Right.
I completely
It's like
disagree with
dandruff.
your assertion.
Actually, the
no.
I pull out a jar and
DC
I'm like,
is 14. So if you've got at least a 14,
technically yes,
Okay.
I have a 14 with
25.
a 1, but that's a critical
Oh, no,
fail.
it's tinker
yeah,
chime.
it's a tinker chime, and I got a jar and I'm
25.
oh yeah. All right.
Hey, Rock.
Uh, the rest of
tinker
you,
chime has great hearing, and I'm gonna get it. Hold still.
the rest of you do know that this is a fire wisp, kind of like will-o-wisp, but not quite. They're a little
Yeah.
different for
Less blue.
this. These are sizzling spears of flame and ash. They're perpetually crackling and shimmering with their heat, but they constantly do emit this music as they move, and it's how they communicate as well as how they just are. They are pretty carefree and boisterous, sometimes recklessly so.
It's like meat, but cute.
They are not necessarily always free like this one. But they are a little elemental being that pretty much emerged during the creation of this plane. They're one of the first types of creature to come from the primordial elements that created the plane. And they come together with your natural 20. You know that they can come together in symphonies, is what they're called, when multiples of them get together. There would be conductors, ones that are a little more wise than the others. And that's as big as they get. That one's actually big. But a dozen or more would be a symphony. This one's just by itself.
What is like two? A choir?
A duet.
A duet?
duet.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on, you're a bar.
But if you have one that's older and wiser, it's called a conductor. And a group of them would be a symphony. And the music they make is amazing and beautiful, but they can also be very destructive if they're in a symphony. They can access greater spells, cause greater damage, but you do also know that these guys are pretty good little companions. That aura that you're feeling as it got closer is actually something it does. It resonates and pretty much inspires you all to have a better attack and be able to deal some fire damage of your own.
What one? Or 30 of them. An army of little cute fireballs.
Well, when they're in a symphony, their resonance doesn't quite happen. But you also know one sad thing about them. They, technically, if they wish to really protect an ally, they can detonate. But if you are an ally, it would heal you, not harm you.
But they would die.
But they would be permanently destroyed.
I understand exactly how that works.
Ifrits and other denizens of the different planes, they like to take these elemental wisps, gather them in symphonies, and enslave them. Sometimes they're used as guard creatures, sometimes they are used as swaths of destruction. And this one seems to be carefree and happy to be so. They're even known to, you might have a water wisp and a fire wisp, and even though they're opposite elements, they would make music together and fly around enjoying each other's company. It's about 15 feet away now.
Yes, that's what you call it.
That's how you get the steam wisp.
Still making little music here and there.
I'm trying to learn basic grammar. You know.
To talk to it.
Yeah, I'll do a thing, and then see what it does. You know. Hopefully, it's trying to teach me. Or it's like, oh, I mean,
They can also speak Ignan.
I don't speak, Ingot.
I don't think I Are you still creeping up on it with a jar?
What else would I be doing?
Also, like,
So you're creeping up on it,
This thing is-
and it kind of gets lower to the ground,
Oh,
and
it wants to play.
does a with you as you're creeping up on it.
it's creeping with you.
Yeah, it starts kind of creeping along the ground too. Quite cute.
He gotcha! As I just like land in a puddle of magma.
Roll.
No.
Let's take an athletics. As you're trying to grab it.
What the fuck?
Trying to grab it in your jar.
I am trying to grab it in my jar. You said athletics?
Yes.
Great. 24.
24. You definitely get it in the jar.
Hoi! I take it back to Sunshine.
It's an empty jar, right?
Yeah,
got
it's
'em.
still in there.
Let it go.
It's tinking around. It's smiling. It's tinking around, and bouncing around in the jar.
Tinkerchod.
Let it go.
Why?
Because it wasn't doing any harm.
I just poured my water all over myself.
But I
Woo.
can take him home.
Different
Why?
kind of show, folks.
What do you mean, why? Why do people have dogs? Or cats? Or ferrets? Or whatever the fire cats.
Do any of you speak Ignan?
Can I not have it?
Sadly, I'm too ignorant to speak English. don't know that.
I swear that's not a choice on my.
Could I try really hard to alter reality to see if I could change me so I can understand it, so we can communicate?
Well, the last time you
Yeah.
started playing with things,
I know.
You realized that that part of the abilities of the Veil of Valor were beyond your reach, and when you did touch them, things changed.
Yes, I realized that.
Sunshine. Check if you know Pyrrhic. Check if you
Can
know
you
the
give me an
Pyrrhic
arcana?
language.
I do not.
Oh, sorry. That's. Am I not looking at the?
Well, that's what it would say, but I think for Hero Lab, it's gonna be called Pyrrhic,
Oh, okay.
because that's the new.
That's the new one. Okay. Well, this is supposed to be a remaster. Sorry.
It doesn't mean it's not perfect.
Yeah, if it's in like Bestiary 2 or 3, it won't have it. It'll still have the old languages.
Pyrrhic.
No.
What's
Okay.
this?
You just go to see her where she dropped water all over
Yeah.
herself.
I dropped water down my chest. Thank you, micro watch.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't speak it.
Pardon my tips. So trying to.
It's not that kind of show, folks.
I know.
Don't mind the
But
woman behind the
I-
GM screen. Look over here at table 2 while we play.
Table 1 or 2.
Look, a distraction.
Is this 1? I don't know. We're 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. I
Don't
did
listen to the
poured
man
it
with the blue
right down through there.
Fire's
I
not
did
even
not
on
mean
yet.
to.
Like, come on.
I didn't mean to pour it down there. It was an accident.
All right.
Was it cold?
No.
It was
I
a little
can't?
cold, yes.
It has a language.
It does say something.
Intelligent.
So do
It-
dogs.
It does say something. You're not quite sure what it said.
28.
I let him go.
Kinda.
28.
His head's about to
You're
explode.
not.
There's a chance.
I'm not sure if anything happened.
Okay. Pretty sure that. Yeah. Any higher, it would be perfect.
It's very tip top of your Veil's powers.
Yeah. Hmm.
She means
It-
you're not high enough level.
Shut up! I know what it
It
means.
says something again, and this time heads toward the top of the jar. Which were you holding your hand over?
Yeah, when I was like this, and then
Okay.
she said I had to let him go, so I went like this, and I turned the thing over.
Okay. It comes out and just kind of does a little around you. Makes a few little chiming noises.
Tingo chime.
Seems just intent to stay near you guys.
Right.
Avery.
I can't.
Trying to put it back in the jar.
Nope.
If it's gonna stay with us, then it'll stay with us. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You wouldn't have forced Azara to come with you.
No.
Look,
Okay.
we fed Avery one time. And now she comes back every morning for food.
I was here longer than you have been, sir.
Actually, I was here before you. You just don't remember that.
Mm-hmm. Whatever.
Just saying.
I don't buy it. You're just.
I've known Turby for a long time, and he's older than you. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It's rude to ask your age. You all timey-wimey. Who knows how old you are?
I know for a fact that I'm older than you,
All right.
and him, possibly all together.
You guys continue on
I'm an
through
elf.
this rocky landscape, and this little fire wisp seems content to just tag along. It seems very happy and definitely makes noises a lot, and when you guys rest, it does rest, but it doesn't try to speak to you guys again, as it's realized that you obviously don't understand, but it does musically try to connect here and there. And as long as it is around you, you will all gain a +1 to attack and damage rolls.
Bet.
Let's go.
And you gain the fire trait to those if needed.
See, I want to put him in a jar in my backpack. +1 to attack and damage everywhere I go from the Tinker Chime.
I would like to actually go get myself properly dried off real quick. So I think it's a good time to take a break. While I do that, and some of you guys can speak.
I'll stay here.
I'll talk.
I
Or
am going to excuse myself.
Tinker chime, oh, tinker chime.
you can play with your Tinker Chime, or, you know.
Hey,
Oh, we got things to talk about.
it's not that kind of show.
Okay.
We have to figure out what it's trying to say to us, and I think I have a means to do so. I just need a few minutes.
Okay.
Right.
Hey,
Gonna-
Sierra,
So
Yes?
I rolled
when
an
things are-
18. Can I figure out what your Tinker Chime is saying?
No.
Aw.
uh,
But I did roll an 18. I have a die, and I did roll an 18.
What do you got over there, Barnabas?
All right. Go take care of this.
I have a whole big vial of poop apparently, because
I don't know how that's going to help you understand Tinker Chimes.
well,
No.
I realized as I was flipping through my formula book that I do know how I do know how to create a comprehension elixir. However, it only helps me decipher written word. So if we can, it doesn't look like this thing can write anything down, unfortunately. I don't know. Maybe it can fly around on the ground and burn something into the ground, like its name or what it's trying to say, and then I can read it. But trying to convince it of that, I don't know. That's a long
fair.
shot.
That's fair.
I just got excited at the word comprehension, and I immediately leaped to conclusions instead of,
Reading.
you know, yeah, actually reading the formula. So
Mr. Overwatch,
Eh.
we have some cool stuff going on right now. Right?
Yes.
oh,
Yeah. Today's the first day that we are dual streaming to YouTube and to Twitch.
Oh,
And the internet hasn't taken a shit.
And so for those of you who are watching on Twitch or on YouTube, obviously, welcome. You get lower latency on Twitch, which means you're closer to the live action of what is actually happening, and you get a much better picture quality on YouTube.
nice.
So if you are
It's in 4K.
if you're here for the looks, YouTube is your place. And if you're in the Twitch channel, jump over to the YouTube channel and drop a subscription. You know, subscribe there. Doesn't cost you anything in
Nope.
YouTube to subscribe.
Right.
YouTube has members, which is like subscribers on Twitch. So obviously, I mean, we won't turn it down if you want to become a member there on YouTube as well. Also, we have updated our Patreon page. I've done some preliminary math, right? So I don't even like math, but if you look at the tiers there on the Patreon page,
Math rocks.
if
You
you
need
go
math.
down to there's a $2 tier that gets you access to the Discord channel that we have set up that will get you in to a Patreon exclusive Discord channel, and then there's a $5 tier which will get you a set of Elite Encounters vinyl stickers that are printed. We have one that is the Elite Encounters kind of teal, like if you look in the bottom left of the logo, and then we have one that's more iridescent. Yep, kind of that color, that dye there. And then if you go down to the $10 tier, you'll get everything you got from the tier above it, so everything from the $5 tier, and then you'll get a T-shirt. Sometimes you'll see us. We'll have the black T-shirt that says Elite across the chest.
Oh yeah.
We all have those. We will get you a T-shirt in whatever size that you'd like. And then at the $15 tier, you will get a the vinyl stickers. You'll get the T-shirt. You'll get a sweatshirt, like a zip-up hoodie with the logo over the left chest, and a minifigure of your choice of your favorite character from any of the things that we do here. So, and if you do basic math, the $15 tier, the sweatshirt alone is enough to cover the cost of. Yeah, this guy.
Yeah. And as somebody who owns like I don't know 9 hoodies, this one is my favorite. Not just because of the logo or whatever, but what the?
Go on.
Where was I? Oh,
Sorry.
not just because of the logo, but because it's super comfortable.
Yeah.
And yeah, you could throw it on under your winter coat when it's extremely cold outside, like it is for like 80% of the country right now.
Right.
But yeah, it's super comfy, and it's my favorite go-to hoodie out of the 8 or 9 I own. So,
I wear mine all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I love it to death. It's. Huh?
This is mine.
Yeah,
And this is
yeah.
my
yeah, I don't know if
coat.
it's the fabric or what. It's just super comfortable.
Yeah,
It's not,
they're super great, really high
yeah.
quality. And just so you, just for full transparency, we make those here at the show. We go and we obviously will buy the hoodie, and we make the graphic and print it on there and that kind of stuff.
It's all
So
done by hand.
do what?
It's all done by hand.
It's all done by hand. So yeah, there you go. The over queen of the creation is just chimed in. She's the one that does all the good goodies for us. So check us out on Patreon. I know it's just another thing we're asking you to do, but this particular thing is a very unique opportunity where we will give you something tangible, something you could sit on a desk or wear or use to show your support for the channel as we continue to grow. We just want to make sure that you guys are just a part of the community that we are, and we want you to be proud of the stuff that we do, just like we are. So,
I have a question.
what?
What are we naming the Tinker Chime?
Tinker Chime.
That's its name.
It's straight up the Tinker Chime. I mean, that's what Brock's gonna call him. I mean, he's 100% sold that that's what that thing's name is.
I don't have any
Tinker Chime?
opposition.
Yeah.
Tinker Chime.
Tinker Chime.
I just wish it wasn't. I wish there was a
Not
way
on-
to communicate with it,
Yeah.
so we know it's not just leading us into a trap.
Yeah. Follow me, guys,
Right.
to the
Hey.
death pool.
Come check out my symphony of destruction. It ought to be really fun for you,
Yeah,
and we get to eat tonight.
it's like a siren's call.
Yeah, that's a little worrisome.
So, for those that have seen Howl's Moving Castle, it reminds me of the fire. Like, in the fire pit. Because it's like a wisp. And it has a face, and it's all happy and stuff.
How dare you? You can thank Fae Queen for that.
Why don't you go do stuff?
What? Talking out of turn?
Oh
Yeah.
no,
That's not nice.
showing me owls.
Do you have the talking stick?
Talking water. I have the talking
Tried.
Coke bottle.
All right.
So, where do we think we're going to end up? I mean, obviously, I'm a cheaty face and I can see the thing on the table, but that doesn't look very good for us.
Yeah, we probably should, fix that, make it all look pretty for whenever they get to see it, because right now it's all jank.
Barnabas is. I am not excited about where
Any
we're
of
going.
this, he says.
No. I know I've.
You're so not excited.
He said, yeah.
Sorry.
Come on, but he's so cute.
Who?
He's not doing nothing. The Tinker Chime.
Oh, I know. See, I want to take him home. Sunshine's pissing on the wheels of progress over here, telling
We
me I
don't-
can't take Tinker Chime
We
home.
don't even know that it's a he.
If it follows you, you can keep it.
It is
And-
following me.
Okay.
No.
Which leads me to my other statement is
It's a trap.
it's not leading us anywhere, it's following us. So if we fall into a trap, that's on us.
My fault. Look, we have all this table. It keeps running into the guitar. Maybe I
I'm
should.
gonna go.
Tinker
I'm gonna
Chime.
go look for some reagents.
He's going to go Tinker Chime.
Yeah. As Laura says, streamers gotta stream.
Uh-huh. Agreed. All right, so you girls are back. Overwatch and I
Yes.
are going to go
Oh, we are?
tech some cameras to
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure that they're correct.
Go to Tinker with some.
Chimes.
Jinxie poo.
Jinxie poo. Hey. You know, I have a cat named Jinx. I'm like, why the hell are you calling my cat? Yeah. Yeah. It's what he's like, what?
So I'm not sure exactly what you guys were talking. Well, I knew some of the stuff that you were talking about. Does anybody have any questions out there?
What table were we saying looked bad?
Nothing would. They just,
This one.
yeah, they haven't set the.
Oh.
What's the other side? The one that you touched.
Do I need to move things?
No.
Okay.
There's a chance, Evil.
Oh.
There's a chance.
What's this do?
Are you gonna walk back and forth and look at it?
Yeah, actually, I'll walk here and then.
Pyric. Pyric.
Oh,
Alright.
It's
goodness.
like pyro,
Go to the
but
right.
not.
Alright, that's cool. Can you rotate the camera like this a little bit?
No,
Why not?
Sunshine.
because
Tech
it
magic
doesn't
behind the
rotate like
scene.
that.
What? What?
We
Yes,
were
we have
debating
this.
on Tinker Chime's name. Right now it's just Tinker Chime.
That's
That's fine.
Oh my gosh.
Tinker Chime. It's Tinker Chime. If that's what we're gonna call it, that's what we're gonna call it.
Apparently, it's being called Tinker Child.
That was it.
I don't know.
okay.
Go back about half.
Well, if any character was gonna take that language, it would probably be me.
Alright.
You know,
Can you rotate
because
it to the left a little bit?
Fluffies. Fluffies.
Perfect.
fire.
Hair.
Because fire.
Well, you were just.
Yes.
Fluffing
Because
your
I
hair.
am Fire.
That's good.
You know,
Other side.
sunshine. Fire.
Oh my goodness.
Stuff.
All right.
Chime.
So sunshine sets things on fire. What does midnight do?
Kills things.
Oh,
Waits
With
till the
fire.
fire dies down
Yeah.
and sees what's left.
And then she stumps it into a bloody mud hole.
Ah. Correct. I did not take that language.
That's
I
perfect.
took
Okay.
Celestial, which is
Top one
Empyrean.
good?
Yeah, I think they
Yeah, that one good?
Yeah, that's
the
good.
remaster did
focus.
change some of the
Yes.
languages around and such. So
Alright,
we're
I'm
still getting used to the remaster, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna go
Sorry.
Tinker
I
Chime.
only have a couple.
You're gonna
of
go
languages.
Tinker Chime.
I have Common, Elven, Dwarven, and Empyrean.
Bacon. We need to make that a language. Bacon language.
What languages do you have there, Avery?
Just common and elven.
Okay. Name it Bob. Yeah, right, Jinx.
You can love it, pet it, squeeze it, hug it.
It's George.
I mean, it can explode, but it's not battery operated. It's not a battery operated bomb. So,
Is that in focus?
so. Yeah, I know what most people think when they hear that name, right? All right. Well,
Not really.
Fine, the camera shot.
Sorry, I wasn't even thinking about that. So,
well, I said, you know, battery operated bomb. Not anything else. So. Oh my goodness.
Avery, are you excited
is
to be
freezing
on
out there.
the elemental plane of fire?
Yes,
Me too.
just because Azara's just so cute, jumping around,
Yeah.
trying to catch what she can't catch.
Oh, what she did bring home some bacon.
That's true.
Unfortunately, it didn't taste like bacon. Definitely tasted very rabbity.
Well, a rabbit's a rabbit.
So,
Okay.
well, I think we are just waiting on Overwatch, and then we can get moving again on things. But I definitely can answer any questions, or we can talk some more. I can definitely tell you guys I was still listening, and those hoodies are amazing. I actually spent all day in mine earlier while I was hashing out just a few more details for today, and I was snuggled up in my hoodie, and my dog actually tries to take it. She likes it too. So
I'm pretty sure like 4 of us here were wearing their hoodies today.
They're surprisingly warm
Well-
for as light as they are.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about them. Like,
Yeah.
that's why it's my
Because
favorite.
you came down in yours.
Yep.
I have mine.
I wasn't wearing mine because, again, like I said, it gets stolen either by children or dog. And
Jess, or you have yours, don't you?
Yep.
yeah,
Actually,
She's got
ironically had it today for the first time in forever.
I actually have seen somebody steal that one from you too. Somebody
Yep.
who's actually should be on the stream too, and he is. So, but yeah, I've seen that happen too, which is hilarious because the size difference, he doesn't quite fit it.
Faye Queen has hers on at gymnastics right now.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Thank you, Faye Queen,
I need
because
another
those are amazing.
Okay. Patreon, $15.
Yeah.
If you subscribe at the $15 tier, not only will you get the stickers
That's right.
and the T-shirt
That's right.
and access to the Discord,
Shameless
we'll
plug.
finally let you into the Discord. Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let Overwatch into.
You get a hoodie.
I own the Discord.
And we can print your figure because you could be your own favorite.
That's right.
Yeah,
Aha!
I'll even paint it for you.
absolutely.
Painted on Barnabas brushes.
That's right. Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Back to your regular
absolutely.
scheduled programming.
All right, guys. So, as you guys are traveling and you're getting to know your little Tinker Chime, you guys were thinking about how these things could work. As you were looking, and you're going, man, if we could get him to, write something or burn something into the grass and such. It does get a little closer to you. It doesn't get right up in your face or anything, Barnabas, but I would like you to give me a will save, please.
Great. I was just gonna ask him if he understood me, and now he's fucking with me.
now
No,
he's
he's talking to you.
now he's tempting you to jump in the fire lake.
24 will save.
Okay. With the 24, it doesn't cause you to go into another moment or panic or anything, but as it looks at you, as I said, it has a little face within the flames and such,
It's kind of creepy.
and as it looks at you, you get almost a flash of, because it's a very childlike face. It's a moment, but you're able to keep your composure as you see one of those children in the flames suddenly. But it's definitely not the same face. And you kind of shake it off. But it does go down and it touches the ground a bit, but the ground is mainly rock and mostly darkened and already blackened rock. But it can scrape along the ground a little and leaves a little bit of a sooty trail.
Do I understand what it's trying to do, or do I need to kind of like sense motive sort of thing on that?
No, it seems like it understood when you said maybe we could get it to write on the ground.
Okay, so I do have a writing set, so I can pull out a piece of parchment from the writing set and see if he can, or they can, inscribe what they're trying to write on this parchment. That way it might be clearer than just, charred rock.
Okay, so what did you do with that parchment?
Lay it on the ground where it's trying to, and then, can you write? And then I'll with my writing implement, write.
It kind of bounces around a little bit and then it goes down and it goes to touch with the main ball and it just kind of goes. It looks a little sad. And then it bounces around again and it takes the little whipping tail and scrapes that on the ground a little and then looks at you.
Yeah, right. And then I'll show him in my writing kit, I'll write my name. It's Barnabas. It's Barnabas.
You put another piece of parchment out for it. That one definitely
It's
went.
gonna get expensive, but yeah, I'll try again with one more go here.
Okay. is going to attempt again, but this time with its tail.
Okay. Not its main ball.
Yeah.
That's good.
So it does this. It starts to go with the tail and then gets close and sees it start to burn, and it's like watching a ball with this strand of fire off of it, and it's turned on itself, so it's looking at the tip of its own tail,
Yeah.
and
It's gonna be really awkward.
it looks very awkward, and it gets close to the parchment, and as it starts to blacken, it backs up and then tries again and
Yes, that's
writes a simple word.
But
Hello.
Is it in common? It writes in common?
It writes in common. It writes hello. Only blackening the paper as it goes to do so.
Okay. What is your name?
Kind of blinks.
And I show him again where I wrote Barnabas. Barnabas. Your name. I'm terrible at this.
You're doing great. It's either that or we spend like an hour and try to
Kind of
try and
looks-
get a spells.
Kind of concentrates at the paper and then does the awkward bend of itself and looking at its tail, and it writes something that you can't quite read. Some kind of runes and such. But very delicately, actually.
Okay. So this is in a language that I don't recognize.
Mm-hmm.
So I will wait. I'll start mixing up a few things in my vials, and produce a comprehension elixir, and drink it. So now I can open my mind to the written word. For the I can understand any words I read as long as they're written in a common language. Poop. I'm guessing Pyrrhic is not a common language.
It is on the fire elemental plane.
Oh, I like that. That is a nice interpretation.
Meaning it's a language that exists.
Page 89. Well, there are also uncommon languages. Which,
Right.
yeah. But on the plane of fire, Pyrrhic is common, right?
On page 89 of the book, it says clearly, yes.
I'm not joking. It is on 89. But
Does it say yes on that page?
it just says Pyrrhic is an uncommon language.
Oh.
Left to interpretation of the GM, I suppose. But I do like Sunshine's logic of here, it's a common language.
I'll support that.
I would argue, Your Honor, that my client is on a plane where this is a common language.
You laugh.
Roll intelligence for me.
There-
So what are
this is
you
good.
doing later?
yeah, so what are you doing after this?
What?
So,
What's happening here?
there is a backburning idea for something that we were going to put on YouTube that we have yet to start to materialize, called The Monster Lawyer. And you have essentially a person playing a lawyer who defends all of these monsters that heroes go and just kick the shit out of.
Yeah, that's great. I can totally see
And,
like
and just the voice you made, like, well, actually, Your Honor, like, this goblin didn't deserve to have his whole house burned down. He was just trying to make a living.
I would like to posit, Your Honor, that they were simply hunting for food.
That's right.
They had no idea these lands would belong to humans.
They were simply hunting for food. And anything
sound like
living
Colonel
is
Sanders.
food, including that human's leg.
Oh. Anyway,
I totally was when I was thinking about playing a hellborn lawyer,
I do declare.
and even like go full daredevil. With
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Okay, can I say that? I guess I go full like this hero we know about that is blind
Yep.
and is a lawyer, but also does things. Anyway,
All right.
here's my intelligence
She-Hulk.
roll before we get sued into oblivion.
All right.
16.
Well, it's not our property. It's owned by what?
another
DC.
property.
right?
No.
Disney. Marvel, Disney.
No,
No,
you're wrong, Elliot.
Marvel.
Thank you. Yeah.
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 I just seen if you're all
Okay, at
awake.
least some of you guys here know
Wow.
my feelings on those
It's
two,
it's,
but
it's
okay.
owned by the House of Mouse.
Yeah.
We're gonna focus in. Okay. I'm gonna focus you guys' memories back to.
I just lost all nerd cred, didn't I?
As yeah.
Yeah, people are already leaving the channel.
Fuck.
Desubscribe.
Oh God. How dare you? So as you try to
My
figure
bad.
this out and work it out, even using your concoction, you're not quite getting it. It's unfortunately the language is beyond the capability of your comical.
That was very judicious ruling, Your Honor. Okay, fair enough.
Object.
Maybe with a little time, but
Oh my God.
3 hours later. You know, you could have just said no.
What's the
I
fun
mean,
in
I
that?
was ready to
You gotta stop
give
making me
my
laugh so hard,
ruling,
'cause
but
it's
some
really
people
hurting
got
my back.
distracted. So it does continue to write, though, after you seem to gaze at it too long and everything. It goes back down, and it tries again with its tail, and it in very pretty script and very delicately, it seems to be getting the hang of this. Actual natural 20 for it to be able to do this.
Wow, okay.
It in common, it writes flicker chime.
Flicker chime.
It writes flicker chime,
You weren't really too far off, B-Rock.
and then adds, "You are all fun," and it's reached the end of the paper.
Oh no. And this isn't one of those where you can just turn it over and write on the other
Oh
side.
no, it's definitely burned, it kind of charred and burned into it, as it's getting as close as it can without igniting the paper. So
What do you want to ask? What do you want to ask it? Like, what do you want?
It says we're fun. So it just wants to hang out with us because we're cool.
Sure.
I was just happy I got his name half right.
That's pretty fortuitous. Okay, well, if you don't really want to know anything else and are comfortable with Flickr, I'll recollect my writing implements and, at least now we know we can try to talk to it.
Right, so we're still going to the tree?
Yeah.
All right, let's
that's our-
go. Let's go.
That's our goal.
Your boyfriend ain't getting back any sooner if we're just standing here talking to Flicker Chime.
it bobs excitedly and kind of flies around your head a bit.
You said that. I was like, what?
I was trying not to
Did I
look
miss
at her.
part of my flashback? I don't know.
It
Wait
bobs
a,
and
wait a minute.
it flies around Brock's head a little bit as he said its name and continues on with you guys. So you guys will continue to travel. And you get through another evening and you get about halfway through the next day before you start seeing anything off in the distance that's any different from the rocky terrain. You do see a little bit more vegetation and what seems to be more of a structure up ahead. As you guys all had a very uneventful evening, but Flicker Chime does seem to want to hang out. And he or she continues along with you.
If we're resting, that means that I could get translate.
Okay.
Or, yes, translate.
That would probably be even more helpful.
So yeah. So you guys.
So I can actually have a conversation with it for about an hour.
Okay. Is there anything you wanted to talk to it about?
Well, I would have asked it about the surrounding area. Like, cause you know any quick route to the tree, civilizations nearby?
Ooh, flying is good. Flying is good. It's a very musical voice. It's a very androgynous voice. Still not quite sure if there's a male or a female or if there is even a gender to it, this thing. This tiny elemental.
Do you ever talk to air dragons?
Ooh, no, but they'd probably be fun.
Oh, we met one.
An air dragon?
Cloud dragon.
Cloud dragon. That would probably be fun too.
She was nice.
I like those. I like that. Do you think you'll see an air dragon?
Again?
Cloud dragon? Either one. I can't go high enough to reach the clouds. It starts getting cold. I don't like it.
Well, yeah. Well, I would like to try to figure out how to reach my friend.
Okay. I'll come. I'll help.
Thanks.
I like these two.
Those two?
That one and that one. We played with the jar.
Yeah, you did. That's Esteban. That's Barnabas. This is Avery, B-Rock, and I'm Sunshine.
Ah. I'm Flicker. Or Chime. Or
Flicker Chime?
there's a couple things. But that was the short. Yeah.
Sounds good. You can come along with us.
Okay. I like it.
I want to keep you. He's so cute. It's like a little Azara. Like,
A little ball of fiery.
Turns a little bit more red in color than the orange and the yellow. She thinks I'm cute.
this makes me so happy. Oh my gosh.
So, if there's anything else you wanted to talk to it about, then it's happy to talk. It seems excited that it's found somebody that makes music. Definitely babbles on about music and sound, and it does love to copy and mimic the sounds that come from Esteban, and it does so pretty well.
We have a good long chat, a little hour chat, back and forth. Let him know that all that and communicate with it.
It's like finding another wisp.
Yeah,
We
he
making
is pretty
music.
wispy.
He can be my symphony for now.
That's in its language.
Look, by how you're gesticulating and you pointed at me and you did the eye thing, I know what you said.
Okay.
You said I look amazing in my hat.
You do.
I like his hat too, but I can't wear clothes.
That makes sense.
They don't make clothes for wisps.
You know, do you mention that? You know, I could work on making a line of specialty clothing for the wisps.
Little
Really?
hats.
Little wisp hats.
With a hat? That would be awesome. Tell him I want one. I want one. I want one. You just hear a lot of chiming, and
want
he is
one.
bouncing.
Hey,
It is just all
They
over the
want one.
place.
excuse me,
They want a
sir.
hat.
Your wisp is dapper as fuck with his little top hat.
Monocle and a cane.
You just gotta make it fireproof.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, they make all kinds of things.
Make it
fireproof.
sunshine proof.
Your little firefighter hat. The irony.
Irony, yeah.
All right.
So you guys
Ah.
do start seeing what looks to be some kind of civilization in the distance.
We need an emote, Laura, of a little flicker with a top hat.
Oh my gosh, that would be adorable.
Somebody write that down.
So you start seeing, it looks like a large structure in the distance. Definitely has its own glow toward the top, but the structure itself is very dark. And it's kind of spiky looking. You definitely have a lot more lava flows in this area, and as you continue forward, you start getting closer and you start seeing a sprawling city. It's not quite perfectly round. It's a little oval shaped, and it looks like they've added things here and there and then brought more walls out around it. There's walls all around, or entire moats of lava. And in the very center, you see this large citadel like palace. And the size of this place is not quite as big as Dromathan. It's not a mega metropolis, but it definitely is looking like a metropolis up ahead. And those of you that got your rolls on the plane, you're pretty sure that this is the city of Ash and Ember. I would like perceptions from everyone.
Sorry. I got a 28.
Okay.
23.
Okay.
Your mother.
27.
31.
Esteban, what did you get?
31.
Okay. All right. You all hear it as you've kind of gotten used to the chimes and the sounds of flicker. Aptly named flicker chime because the chiming sounds that it makes. But you start hearing something else musical. Almost like a lot of them, a lot of flicker chimes. As you're coming up on a flow that seems to be in the way, a magma flow in the way of getting to the city, you see this bridge up ahead that you guys will need to get across. There's a few odd-looking plants along it. There's some crystalline things popping out around, dark blue crystal. Maybe some obsidian here and there. Flames kind of lick up out of the magma, shoot up here and there as pieces go through the flow. But it does seem that you found a road, and this seems to be where it leads, is up this and across. Doesn't look like people use carts. It looks like they almost have to climb and take large steps to get up and across here and there.
Climbing.
So you guys go heading up. It's only about 10 feet wide. So I would like a marching order, please.
I'll go first.
Okay?
I'll go
B-Rock is
next.
first.
Third.
Okay?
I'll go right after.
So we'll have Esteban and Squirrel taking up the rear, essentially.
Yes.
Okay? I'm going to place you guys here as you are coming up here. Right here. This little guy hanging out around B-Rock at the moment. And as you guys are coming up, you're getting ready to come out onto the rock bridge itself there, B-Rock.
Okay.
You're passing by this odd-looking plant, and it makes a swaying as you get close. I would like you to give me a fortitude save.
$27.
Okay. This bright yellow cloud of green and yellow spores just fill the area around it. You kind of clear your throat, spitting out this sulfury taste out of your mouth, and you feel like this could possibly cause somebody to be having a coughing fit or even start choking a little. But you're able to get it out of there and maybe put your hand over your face or something, but it doesn't seem to really affect you. But the spore cloud is sitting kind of in that area. And there's not really anywhere else for Sunshine to step as you come up on that.
Is it coming from this plant thing?
Yeah, it came right out of that plant thing, and it's in a 5-foot radius around it.
I'm gonna take my sword and try and deforest the plant.
Okay.
Kick it into the lava.
Okay.
Okay.
Deforestation.
I rolled a 16.
Oh yeah, easy enough. That's technically a critical on it. It's a plant.
Yeah, so I just like go down to like the base of the plant and just kind of like swing and chop it off and then just shove it into the fire.
All right, you shove this one down here.
We didn't start the fire.
But I
It's in
did.
there.
But I did.
The almost spore cloud is still up there
Yeah.
and seems to be maybe dissipating a little, but it doesn't seem to just blow away. It almost seems to linger in the area. And if you pause there and wait a moment, it does eventually go down.
My fortitude's not that great.
Take it
so
about
I'm
20
gonna-
seconds or so to
Yeah,
dissipate.
I'm just gonna like pull my shirt off and just be like,
Wave it away. Okay, that'll go away a lot quicker than 20 seconds if you're fanning it away.
I wouldn't breathe that in. That tastes like ash.
yeah, I wasn't planning on it.
The sound
I'll be
of
here all week.
the sound of the music seems to get a little louder, even though you can hear this magma rolling underneath, this popping and almost burning sound. And as the music and sounds gets louder, what comes over a ridge nearby could only be described as a swarm of wisps, which Flicker Chime seems to get excited and kind of sends out a few chimes itself, but that is going to be initiative.
Oh, well.
I knew it.
It's so cute though.
We're going to
Definitely.
use this as the representation of
Okay
They're
then.
a quite large swarm, so.
Jakes, push the button.
Haha.
I like that suspense music going on there.
Do the top one first.
All right.
I was trying to figure out what was going on, but now I get it.
All right, now change it.
Do the thing.
Yeah.
Direction.
The thing.
Page 49 of your player's handbook.
All right. I would like to know anybody from 35 to 40.
You gave me the finger. You probably deserved it. Oh, I did. Where's the girl?
All right. 30 to 35.
Where's the girl? Yeah.
30, 35, I have a 31.
All right. $25 to 30.
It's gonna sit here for about 5 minutes.
Four.
Maybe faster just to go around the table and ask at this point.
And 15 to 20.
Dirty
19.
20.
Wait, didn't you do 20 to 25? You skipped that one.
I
No.
just did 20 to 25, didn't I?
Pay
Did I not-
attention.
Did I skip it? He was busy barding.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Oh, you are 20 to 25? What do you
Yeah,
got?
24.
24.
Dirty 20.
19.
17.
Hang on a second, I have to rewrite things because somebody didn't hear me.
Sorry, I must have checked out.
Alright, so 15 to 20,
Barding the
you had a
body.
dirty 20. It was Avery. Somebody had a 19.
Me.
Okay.
The end of the table.
And Barnabas?
17.
Why does the chat hate me? Oh no, something went wrong. Oh wait, 'cause it's Twitch, and it's mobile.
Yeah, I got to restart it lots of times to keep up.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm good. Alright, so. With a 31.
That was terrible.
B-Rock, you can see this swarm of these tiny little creatures. Some of them a lot smaller than Flickerchime, but some of them about the same size. But there are so many that they seem to take up a large area, and they're definitely coming toward the bridge. What do you do?
So if they're coming toward the bridge, do I have any kind of advantage? Like, are they? You said there's a bunch of them, right? So they're moving toward the bridge. Are they fleeing from something? Are they running to? Do they look? I don't know how a smiling face with a top hat on looks aggressive, but is it? Are they in like the flying V attack pattern? And I guess I'm just kind of trying to observe what's going on in the immediate surrounding that would warrant them to do that, whatever the hell they're doing.
Is it a symphony of destruction or is it
Yeah,
just
that's
a
right.
symphony?
Just
Yeah.
kind of trying to see what they're doing. You're not quite sure. You can give me a perception, try to kind of sense motive and figure out what they might be.
I would rather. Are they still on the far side of the bridge?
Yeah, they're.
I want to move. I have 35 feet movement. I'd like to get as far across the bridge as I can to allow the rest of my people the ability to cross the bridge, if at all possible. So, that's one action. Does it stay the same? Are they still
right here?
okay? And everything else still stays the same? Do I see anything else in this area? Are they?
You can definitely see a few more of those plants up ahead,
Yeah. Okay.
but nothing else around there.
Okay, so I don't know what the fuck's about to happen, so I'm gonna rage,
Okay.
because that's right. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just rage, and my body kind of hulks, and where my veins run down my arms and through my chest kind of turn black, and his jaw just kind of turns very angular, and he just kind of looks like he's made of rock underneath of his muscle, and he just kind of and he pulls my great sword there, and I think that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. That leaves you what? How many actions? Then?
2 technically.
Okay. All right, leaving yourself with 2 actions. That goes to Esteban. Kind of bringing up the rear where Squirrel is back there as well.
Yes, I will be pushing buttons. Where did it go? I will be taking a defensive position. Make sure I stay within range of him and
Okay.
kind of everybody else.
So you want to kind of move through and up onto the bridge?
Yep.
Okay. About 25 feet. Your movement speed 25, right?
It's 20.
Okay. Well, 20 then. Range, you're going to be. He moved 35 feet up there. So he's going to be. He's 35 feet away from you.
Then I will move a little bit more.
Okay. You need him 30 feet from you, I take it?
I don't know. Actually, I don't think I need it, but...
I think you need 60 feet.
Oh, yeah, 60 fine, yeah.
So you don't need to...
My bad.
You don't need to take...
I was thinking of
second.
fireball, sorry.
A fireball has a lot
120
more range
feet.
than that.
Yeah, but, you know, I like to be up close to watch things go...
Okay. All right.
Yep. And then I am going to, let's see, Rallying Anthem.
Okay.
So last one round.
And that gives everybody...
It gives you and all your allies...
AC +1, fortitude
Yep.
+1, reflex +1, will +1, add 2 to bludgeoning resistance, piercing resistance, 2 to slashing resistance.
There you go.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
that.
That brings us to the symphony. All right. The symphony is going to definitely move. Wait. Should be. Oh, yeah. Double checking its movement. Yeah. It flies up here and gets right here. Symphony flying around, and you feel the heat surging off of it. And as it spreads out briefly, almost like an explosion, even though it's each little piece surging out, and within 15 feet of it, make a reflex save.
Don't forget your Esteban.
I got my Esteban. That will give me a 23.
Technically, you're in its area. So, 23. All right, you will take half.
Great. Love that for me.
So you will take 9 total points of fire damage as they kind of and swarm out and condense back into their normal space, but they have pretty much swarmed in and around you. You are sharing their space. Well, or they're sharing yours. So, that will take their turn. It is now Flicker Chime's turn. Gonna get right up here by you. Flying in right here. Sticking right there with
Hey, Seer.
you. Yes.
The trigger for the effect, was it auditory or was it visual? Or was it neither?
Neither. It is one of their swarm traits. One of their actions, essentially.
Okay. And how long does the touch of the fire lady thing last that we got? The little resistance to fire. How long is that still on? How long is that on us?
Did I tell you guys how long that was?
You never. You said we got it and we went into the thing and we didn't know. I didn't know how long it was going to last.
It's still active right now.
Okay, great.
So yeah, you guys will all ignore 5 points of damage from the fire based.
The reason I ask, because I can do countersong effectively.
Most of us.
Gotcha.
If something they do is musically or visually
cheating.
inclined, I can just do the inverse of it to
Cheating. It's
basically help
heritage.
resist it.
Okay.
It's a reaction.
Sure.
All right. So,
Besides, I'm getting 3 more from you.
it's going to try.
So good.
Gonna try what?
It's gonna try to attack the symphony, and it can't seem to get a beat on just one of them. It's decided you guys are its buddies, but you still definitely have the benefit from it. All right, so that takes up Flicker Chime's turn,
That's right, Flicker Chime. You tell him.
and Avery, that will be on to you.
Okay, I'm gonna move up 35 feet.
I bet they don't like cold.
All right, that gets you about right here
So how far am I now from the?
from the symphony
Yeah.
and the swarm of little fire elementals. You are 20 feet from its edge.
Okay. I'm going to cast Frostbite.
Okay.
It ranges 60 feet and it defenses 42.
Okay, so it needs to make a fortitude save. Where is your fortitude save? Should be right there. I do not see it. What is your DC?
25.
Okay. That is a 26. Is it it's a basic fortitude?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the effect here? What happens with your spell?
An orb of biting cold, like ice, like the exact opposite of the flicker chime, surrounds the whole entire thing and it starts to freeze it. It takes 5d4 cold damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Is it
does.
so it's an
Damn.
area effect?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, what's that other battle camera look like there, Jinx? Flip to the other side.
Ten damage total.
All right. As that goes and this icy blast of cold goes in there, and it is a area effect. Is it a burst or is it just a?
It just starts to freeze it.
Okay. All right. So as it hits, it definitely seems to hit a lot harder than you would expect. Well, not really, considering they are opposites. So that takes up Avery's turn, and that does end your turn. Yes. Was that a 2 action?
Yes.
Okay.
So it does.
All right, Sunshine. That brings us to you.
Blame it all on my ruse.
And moving within 30 feet for my first action.
Okay. You want to be within 30 feet?
Yes.
Okay, she's 20 from it. So if you get right behind her, that puts you at 25, or right here will make you at 30.
That is fine.
Okay.
25 is fine as long as it's within 30.
25.
And I
Alright.
am going to cast Spout
All right.
That is a basic reflex save as a 5-foot cube of water appears out of thin air above the symphony.
Okay, that is a 32 reflex save.
Oh my.
Oh my.
What is your DC?
Not 32. It's 24.
It does not critically save. All right.
See if you can focus that top camera. See if it'll do it.
It's may not be talking.
It takes half damage, correct?
Yes.
It takes 7.
Okay. And is that an area effect?
I mean, a 5-foot cube.
Yes. That would be area.
That's what I was saying. The area is a 5-foot cube.
Seer, I'm waiting for you to go. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. It's or is that your final answer? That's just kind of the way you're saying things. And it's like,
Apologies. I didn't know if that was how I was saying things.
no, it's all good. I'm just like, and lights all turn. I like to phone a friend.
I mean, we do already have the flickering going.
Barnabas, that brings us to you. I would like you to start your turn with a will save.
I mean, we could have some party light.
Okay, for the will save, that is a 20.
Okay.
Do I need to cash in Evil's reroll? Thanks again, Evil, for that.
No,
Absolutely.
a 20 will do it.
Oh, right,
You
okay.
are feeling a little shaken by this, but
But not
you're not immobilized or stopped from
Oh,
doing what you're
that's
doing.
good, that's good. Because the first thing that I'll probably do is move up to the top of the bridge so I can see what's going on.
Okay.
Remove a
How
30.
far? 30 would put you right here in Avery Square, so you want to go 25?
That's fine, as long as I'm within 40 of the
You
symphony.
are. Knock her over into the
Oh, and Sunshine is dead. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Damn.
All right.
I have fire resistance.
into the
So-
More
next-
than
I
you.
don't think it's that high.
So you die slowly.
Yes.
So it
All
hurts
right.
longer. Okay.
I have spells. You don't.
He's full of reagents. He just explodes.
I wonder.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Weird to do
And
that.
then I will hunt prey on the target, which gives me a free knowledge check. And this is is this an elemental kind of creature? So Arcana would work for it.
Yes.
29.
Okay. With a 29, you are specifically wanting weaknesses, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we kind of already know, but if there's some other element that they might be weak to, that would help.
Okay. That is a crit.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, hot dang. That means everybody on their next attack roll gets a +1 bonus.
Yes.
They are quite weak to cold, and
Okay.
they are, being a swarm, are weak to area damage. That includes splash damage.
Heck yeah. Okay, so for my third action, I would like to throw a frost vial at them.
Alley-oop.
Yeah.
Barney.
Yeah, this is going to be a 31.
Yeah.
To strike him with the,
31 will hit.
actually I guess 32 because of the bard.
Boom.
You also have a +1 to attack and damage from Flicker Chime.
Okay, 33. Does my own hunt prey give me a +1? So 34. Can I get a crit?
That is a crit.
Hey.
Can I get a crit?
That is a crit.
Going once, going twice.
No whammies, no whammies.
I don't
Stop.
know that technically hunt prey helps me, but maybe it does. I don't know.
And I do
Okay.
have a name.
What?
I do have a name, he says.
You might not remember me tomorrow, but I do have a name.
It's just too long to say.
Say Esteban.
Okay. And I forget. So, is roll the dice and double it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You've not crit that? Like,
I did crit it.
so little that you can't even remember?
Well,
I'll do the damage.
I play too many games.
I mean, I
Oh, no.
personally like to, roll twice as many dice, but that's
That's-
'cause I like dice. Dice dragon.
Coop, that is going to be
Math is hard.
16 cold damage.
Okay.
All in an area effect of this bomb. Go.
So to give you guys an idea of how much more it does for area effect and the fact that it's cold damage, that 16 just turned into 36 damage.
Oh, all right. And that is my turn.
Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
All right. So that brings us to the top of the round. B-Rock. You are starting your turn inside of their swarm,
Great.
technically. So that is going to be some fire damage. You
Sure.
can give me a reflex save for half.
26.
That will make it. So
Plus-
you will take 3 fire damage,
Did
which
you add
your
the-
resistance cuts.
How much?
3. So you take nothing.
Great.
Because your resistance takes care of that. Alright,
I attack this thing.
go for it.
I have a magical weapon, not that it matters. But you never know.
You could. Don't sell yourself short.
I do it all the time.
30 with all my bonuses to hit.
30 will hit.
Nice.
Did I steal your damage
You
dice?
did.
I'm
Well,
so
they're
sorry.
technically your damage dice, but
Well, when I do D12s, we'll see.
25 points of damage.
Alright. Definitely is hard to just pin them down as there's a swarm, and you find you actually aren't doing as much damage as you feel like you should.
I don't care.
Second action.
I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
You use your face. Where?
Oh no.
No one gives me the reroll.
Can I use your D4?
Wait.
Well, technically.
Oh no.
I never used the one that Google gave me.
No,
Here you go.
it expires.
You?
You can't stack them up.
I don't.
Can
I-
cast
Well-
members give you a reroll?
Yeah, right.
The only buddy
I don't think so.
right there by you
Is Flicker Chime.
is Flicker Chime.
Okay.
What is your base damage?
2d12 plus 14.
Roll it.
Oh, he's fine. He'll be fine.
He's dead.
32.
All right.
Hey, I was granted a reroll.
Oh, you were granted a reroll.
I was right there.
Oh, look at that.
That's a 14. Plus 17. 19. Plus 19.
Okay.
So that would technically be a 27 with all my map gone out of it.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
That will hit. So instead of a 1 and destroying Flicker Chime,
That's right.
apparently the god of oopsies decided
No more
you
oopsies.
didn't want the little cute fireball destroyed. Nice use of a reroll there.
Yes.
He protected you against
So
your
the
oopsie.
30 some points of damage goes to the thing.
All right. 32.
Yep.
All right.
And then I would like to, I don't know how this will work, but I'm going to attempt to demoralize this thing.
Your mother.
Probably not with a roll like that. Holy crap, kid.
Let's see here.
I am no several, that's for sure.
I was gonna say you're less annoying, but
I don't know if that's true.
well.
Let's see here.
Well, B-Rock hasn't stabbed me so far. so that's something.
And she hasn't shot a
All right.
rock,
What
so.
did you get?
18.
I haven't shot.
18. That's off its will DC,
Yeah.
correct? Okay. No.
I said probably no
do
way,
not
but
Just...
yeah, I rolled terribly.
Okay. All right. So
That's
that
me.
ends B-Rock's turn. Esteban. We come to you.
I do it again.
I'll do it again and again and again.
Rallying Anthem. Again.
Okay.
Don't
Rallying Anthem again.
Don't you have the ability to make that linger so you don't have to do the same thing every action?
No, I suck at making bards.
It's
Okay.
only that's 2 actions, correct?
It's a 1.
It's a 1. All right. You have 2 more actions.
Cast a spell. Cast a spell.
Fine.
Sorry.
That's alright. Let's see. La 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 la.
If you do one with an attack roll, you get a bonus +1.
Yeah. All right. Noise blast.
Okay.
It's not cool. I don't have anything cool picked. So all right. So fortitude is the defense. It's a 10-foot burst.
Okay.
So that counts as area of effect, yeah?
Yes, it does.
Range 30 feet.
What's
bleh.
your DC?
Let me go find it.
Top of your spells should be.
Yep, DC 25.
All right. That will be a 31, not a critical success, but it does make save, so it's a basic fortitude save, so
Yep.
yeah, it takes that.
Right. All right. Where is this thing?
What does that look like? What happens when you do this?
So when I do this, I actually take the guitar. Doesn't have a name yet. And I'm concentrating, and I strike like a D chord, just, you know, and it goes, like think, because I'm unoriginal.
Starscream.
No,
Like,
think Scott Pilgrim when he's like D D D D D D D D D D D D, he just comes out.
Okay. It goes over there and then just kind of
Yep,
explodes out.
all over their face.
Alright. Faces. There's several of them.
Yep, I need to find the spell. Where did it go?
Uh-oh.
put in Discord.
Here it is.
Did you put it in Discord?
I did. Doesn't have
Alright.
a top hat yet.
Right.
Oh.
2d10 plus 1d10
Where'd
for
you
every
go?
height and level.
Yep.
No, I don't
that.
want to lose being in the chat and stuff.
All right,
It's dying. Technology.
it's your fault. All right.
Sort of. I use it for everything over here because I don't have room for my computer.
Oh, the table's over there, by the way.
Oh, well, that would have been nice to know before I sat back down.
So that's a 10, and that's a 9.
So 6. Those are your 10s dice, so that's 60.
My bad. I forgot. Oh yeah, I'm dumb. All right, so that's 16 is before we half it.
Okay, so,
So
it takes
8.
8. So it will actually take 18. And you see several of these little things kind of just blacken and drop into this ball of charred something. But it's still quite large. Yeah.
That's what.
All right. Its turn. Swarm. Cannot do that again right now. Oh, wrong thing. Apologies again. It's trying to die on me.
This is the most uncombat music ever.
It's the sound the swarm makes.
Yeah, it's the flicker chime swarm.
It's
You can give us some battle
Adorable.
music if you would like. All right.
Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do.
Don't sue us. Do-do-do-do-do.
It's going to.
You only have so many notes.
Yeah.
Kind of move
It's 8
in.
seconds.
You guys inside of there.
In
there we
the
go.
commercial world, but for this, I think it's 0.
All right.
It's Twitch and YouTube.
So, first off,
YouTube will.
that would be a 36 to hit you, B-Rock.
36?
Yes.
That crits. I love that for me. What kind of damage is this doing?
Fire.
All fire?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
$32 points of fire damage,
Okay.
as several of them almost link in a chain and just bash into you. And you will be taking 6 points of persistent fire bleed, or fire damage,
Fire bleed.
as you are on fire. And Avery, a tendril of them whips out toward you, and that is only going to be an 18 to hit.
He does not hit.
Okay. And the last one is a 1. Let's see. It can't drop weapons, so it can pretty much only fall prone or hit itself. So.
Roll a d2.
They kind of drop down to the ground, just kind of in a like half of it kind of piles up in almost like just a pile of flame blocking the way in between B-Rock and Avery there. But while it's prone, you're not considered to be swarmed, so when you start your turn, B-Rock, you will not take damage. Alright. So, that ends its turn. That brings us to Flicker Chime. He's going, it's prone, I'm going to try to hit it. And that hits.
Go, Flicker Boy, go, Flicker Boy.
I mean, he can't exactly get past the resistance, as, you know, he has the same. But he's trying. He's smacking at him.
I would argue, Your Honor, that he is fighting fire with fire.
That's right.
And therefore,
Should take no damage.
I'll shut up now. It's not my turn.
And that's how I play some move ball.
Alright. So, he's trying. Avery, what would you like to do? It is your turn.
I am going to cast Frostbite again.
Okay. And that, you said that was a fortitude save?
Yes.
Alright.
Nice.
25, right?
Yes.
Alright, that is a 31 fortitude save, so it will save. It'll take half damage again.
Bitches.
Okay.
Yeah, Flicker Chime's little noises are becoming a little bit more frantic as it doesn't like this.
My skin is on fire.
13.
Pro tip: don't ever eat hot peppers, then go to the loo without washing your hands first.
I'm sorry, how
Noted.
much damage?
16 total.
Okay. Alright. It is looking quite charred. Even some of the tails of these little wisps are holding up the dead and trying to swing them as this swarm is moving around. It is looking rough. You're not seeing blood, but it definitely is looking darkened, and it's not quite itself anymore. All right. You have one more action? Or was that a 3-action spell?
It was a 2-action, but how much closer is it to me now?
It is about 5 feet from you.
Okay, I'm gonna back up 20 feet
Okay. Let me just
without knocking sunshine again.
Alright, we'll put you back here.
What? Oh, wait.
I knocked you up. Now goes Barnabas into the magma.
Barnabas.
Hey.
nightmares come true.
Really, Avery?
We
She
can't
said
help myself.
Barnabas.
Oh man.
Burnabas.
Guys, it took us 59 episodes to get to that simple
Oh
but
my
effective.
Burn?
I hate you.
You threatened to eat my cat, so you kind of deserve that.
An intense mode of survivalism. That's all.
Hey, in the year you have been playing with us and gradually breaking out of the shell and coming up with awesome stuff, I applaud you.
Right? I can't believe none of us saw that before now.
We
All you
did it,
gotta do
Reddit.
is change one letter.
I mean, you guys have been changing all the other letters this whole time. And
That's
it
because
finally
we-
lands on a funny one.
That's
That's
because we're
because-
idiots and didn't know how to spell it.
Yeah. Bar-
Some are punny and some are just us are dumb.
Some might be a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
That was definitely a hats off. Woo! Awesome.
Man, okay.
Bravo, Avery.
Barnabas. We're all going to hell.
It's okay. It's what'd you get for keep calling her Azara? You know, there's that too.
I do it like every few weeks.
I know.
I get them crossed.
I
just
did
think
it. I
fish
did it
is
during the
fiery.
New Year's episode.
Uh-oh.
Well, you're also drinking.
Yep.
Maybe
Blame
I
on
am
that.
too.
Sunshine, it is
Yeah.
your turn.
Oh.
Lots of drinking.
I will be taking 2 actions and casting Spout yet again. So he will need to. Symphony will need to make a basic reflex.
Okay, what is the area of effect on that again? Because you do have
5 foot.
it's a 5-foot cube. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so you're just dropping it right down into it.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
All right. Because you do have flicker chime over there.
Flicker chime.
That is a 27 reflex.
That actually passes.
Okay. Half damage.
6.
6 turns into 26. 10 for the area effect and 10 for it's not cold, right?
No, it's water.
Oh, okay, never mind. So 10 for the area effect. So 16, sorry. 16. Either way, Sunshine. End the symphony story.
In the symphony song.
Yeah.
Our tiny little flickering bits just kind of fade out, and the little pieces of the little fire boats just kind of like ash just float down off the bridge and into the lava.
There being a swarm, you know, every single piece doesn't technically just die, as they're
Well, yeah.
a bunch of individuals. A few tiny ones, I mean, minuscule, smaller than you would think of tiny, maybe the
Baby.
size
Oh,
of a
yeah.
gumball or a thumbnail. And you see a
I'd say
few
they
of
all
those
go into the ash.
run off, and some of them dart toward the city, some of them go another direction, but the few embers and of them that do survive seem to just dissipate as the others drop into the magma below, and you have just kind of a stack of corpses on the bridge that you guys can traverse.
Yeah.
Flicker Chime's song seems to get a little sadder, and it kind of hovers over some of them, but then it goes over and kind of circles around B-Rock like it's checking to see if you're okay, before it kind of comes and does a sweeping pass of everybody, kind of looking concerned and checking everyone out.
Well, I know B-Rock's hurt. Is anybody else hurt? significantly.
Not at all.
Just me.
I'll cast heal.
Ooh, that's
2 action heal. It's 32.
I'm not gonna lie, there was a little PTSD right there when you tried to reach out and touch me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she went like this, and I was like, "How much today? 32?
At 32.
Sure, love that for me."
What'd you think she was going to do? Smack you?
Hi, I play a vampire in my other life, and
32 vitality energy.
yeah, 32 vitality energy makes my face fall off. Okay.
That would hurt.
All right.
You're welcome. I mean, sorry.
I don't think you are.
You guys still have a visual here, though, on the bridge. Let me get rid of the big guy. That's where you are. And you can see there are a few more of those plants up ahead.
I'm just gonna go chop them down.
Okay. Well, one's up on the edge where you wouldn't have to get to it.
Yeah,
One is
I won't
right
mess-
on the landing where you would have to step down.
I won't mess with that one that's up on the thing. I won't have to get to, but I'll go.
Okay. Give me a fortitude save as you get close.
Are we still in rounds?
No.
Okay. I'll keep doing the song thing
30.
as he needs it.
You have to. You running out of focus points there.
Yep.
I'm
Very
Have to
fast.
I'm
take
good.
time to-
30.
Okay, you're good. You cough it out. It definitely, yeah, tastes like rotten egg smell.
Tastes like ash.
It's horrible.
Your.
Cut it down, throw it in the fire.
Okay. And that should be able to get you guys out of there. So, you guys come across that bridge and to a overthrough, and you come more to a very visible cobbled road. It's cobbled with a mixture of the black and ashen colored rocks of this plain, done very nicely. And you see up ahead the sprawling city. You see a large gate at the edge of the edge of the city and where the road would come to.
Mhm.
You can see a few guards up on walls. With your perception DCs, you guys can gather that they look somewhat humanoid. Some of them have reddish skin, some of them have brown. A few of them look scaly, almost. So as you guys approach, you hear, "What is your business in the city of Ash and Ember?"
We're traveling through.
Is it your first time here?
Yes.
Is it that obvious?
You hear a creaking, and then one of the doors does slightly open, and it emits this human-looking man, deep brown skin, red eyes. He steps out and he says, "I'm part of the Cinder Watch, and if it is your first time here, you must understand our laws and our rules."
All right. Let's have them.
Yeah.
All of the laws and rules first.
It's pretty simple. keep it simple so that we don't have to punish those too much. Common laws, I would think, even from your existence, would be simple.
Yeah. Don't steal. Don't kill anyone.
Ashar Karax expects his law to be enforced and to be obeyed. You do not steal. You do not murder. You respect trade agreements and debts. Physical disputes must be settled in designated areas, arenas, or by city-appointed arbitrators. And lastly, you also must take the Ember Oath.
What's that about?
The Ember Oath is upon visiting the city for the first time. The oath is a magically binding contract that you will not break the Ember Oath. It does not prevent you from doing so, but should you break it, we will know, and you will be prosecuted severely. The Ember Oath states that no individual within the city may extinguish any flame for any reason. This includes cooking fires. This includes accidental fires. This includes any kind of fire. Even the flames of the lava rivers. Ashar Karax expects this of anyone entering the city.
Don't put out any fires whatsoever.
Absolutely. It is the Ember Oath.
What if someone living was to catch fire? You can't put that fire out?
No fire may be extinguished for any reason.
So that's a no.
It carries very severe punishment. You become a flame breaker. And a flame breaker has only two punishments. You may either be exiled or thrown into the Pyrrhic pits.
And this is only why we're in your town, right?
You will only be held to it within the city walls.
Around.
Huh?
How long will it take us to go around? What? I don't really see sitting in a city that's, full of fire and not putting out fires. If one of you catches fire, I'm putting you out. I'll do my best to.
Not all fire is harmful. But then again, you're from another existence.
I don't know
and
where
you
you
would not
come
know
from, but where I come from,
Yeah.
fire hurts.
Yeah.
Hell. I'm
No.
just gonna shut up.
Actually, no. It actually does hurt a lot.
When
need
you were
cooling
healing
salve.
me before, I'm sure you saw the damage that was done. Fire.
Well, technically, there is a spell that is you can heal with a fire, and it doesn't. Never mind. I'm just gonna sit over here and.
I will let you all decide. No one is denied entry, but the Ember Oath is required to actually come within the city walls.
The goal is to get some provisions and go through the town, unless we might have to stay the night.
To be honest, there's not a lot of people of your stature that catch fire within the city.
But it's not,
Well, that's reassuring and all, but
Uh,
yeah, it doesn't mean it's impossible.
yeah, it's not a zero-sum chance.
The chance of you catching on fire and dying here is
Most
very
people do
low,
not
but
break
it's
the
never
laws
zero.
within this city. The Sharkarax sees to it.
That's fair. Just trying to,
And if fire is harmful to you, that would be committing murder, or at least trying to. Attempting to break one of the laws is also considered breaking the law. So, or somebody to set you on fire.
What if one of us was a bubbling fool who we tripped and fell into the cooking fire and were set ablaze?
Then perhaps
probably
someone
deserve to
should
just-
learn to control the flame and move it. But they cannot extinguish it.
So as long as the flame is no longer burning the person and moves away, can be maintained, then we could tend to them and all that as well.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just trying to work out the logistics of.
Not burning to death.
Yes,
I just hope that poncho is flameproof.
I mean we'll find out.
We will be here while you think. You guys watch as he steps back within the obsidian gate, and it does close. You see this high wall going up 30, 40 feet. And you can see the figures looking down at you from above. One of them seems to have hair that is on fire. That's where we're going to end tonight, as you guys think about
Male or
what
female?
happened next. You would ask. You can't tell from this distance at the moment.
How about the girl and I want to know if the drapes and all that.
Yeah, ladies
Hey,
and gentlemen, we are done.
For the
Bye.
record, I don't think that's bullshit.
Oh, okay.
I think that's perfectly fine.
This is oh wait.
Standing outside the fire capital of the world.
I don't know. I think Esteban not getting an answer to his question might think it's bullshit.
That is bullshit.
Way to take up the mantle, buddy.
I do what I can.
I hear it's a fiery one.
It can be a little bit spicy, if you know what I mean.
Hey, once again, we are going to, from this point moving forward, we'll be streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. We've had a couple of people jump into the YouTube channel. The video quality is significantly better in the YouTube channel, but you will be further behind on the actual story. Starting next week, we will get one of the other cast members to be able to monitor YouTube chat. That way, we'll have someone who watches YouTube chats, and then the other people will watch Twitch chat. That way, we can make sure we are interacting appropriately with both. Just bear in mind that if you are going to comment about something specific in the YouTube chat, you will be significantly behind where we actually are in the story, right?
Give us context.
Lag.
Yeah,
Little
forget.
lag.
Make sure you give us some context.
I didn't know we were dual streaming yet. Until break.
Surprise.
Do what?
Streaming.
Thanks. I would have said that in my welcome.
I know. I didn't. I tried to look for it when we started, and I couldn't find it, and I was like, what the hell? Anyway.
You're the seer,
I
not the
digress.
knower. Got it.
Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit that follow button. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. And go over to Patreon. Check that out. We would love to ship you some things and let you have merchandise and stuff from us. And in return, it helps us continue to bring you the highest quality, immersive games that will allow you to just check out for 3 hours of your life. We have some big things planned for the future. Hope you enjoyed the show this evening. Seer, do you have anything you want to wrap up with?
No, that'll be it. We'll leave the mystery of what Overwatch sees till later.
Make sure you check out Barnabas Brushes tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern and Overwatch on Thursday as he continues to be berated, potentially while he farm simulates, and Evil tells him all
Get
the
him,
things he
Evil.
does wrong. Get him, Evil.
It's hilarious.
It is legitimately one of the highlights of my week is to watch Overwatch play Farming Simulator and Evil tell him all the things that he is.
Also, apparently, Mrs. Wan, or Senior, sat down, stopped doing stuff, and she's a farm wife. They never stop for anything. She stopped and sat down,
And that's a huge compliment, right?
Nice.
and then she started laying into me.
Yeah.
Get him.
Yes.
I feel like there was a chancla coming my way too, which is the sandal. If you
All right. Without any further ado, Laura.
When it hits you, what it
Yeah,
is.
do we have a raid?
Laura, take us away.
Absolutely. Let's get it.
Thank you very much.
This little guy we used for the swarm, amazing Barnabas. He looks great.